Be safe. Oh, it's recording already.
Can you see my whole body?
Which
Which one am I? I can't see over there. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's the super delayed.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Oh.
So it's like, I think when you look at the camera, it'll like pick up the motion, I guess, from the eyes, and
This is kind of sick.
fucking, it looks really expensive.
Yeah, it does look.
Dude, wow, how the fuck?
Mentally challenged kid over here.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking special needs. Pride Month, baby. Let's go.
I guess I'll save that next comment.
There it is. You want one?
No.
All right. Smell good. Smell that.
I just bought these things called Lucy's. Have you ever heard of them?
Lucy's?
Yeah, they're like another like one of those or whatever.
Oh.
But I think they got electrolytes in it,
Really?
and I think so.
Fuck, that's pretty cool. Get your fix and stay hydrated.
Exactly. Yeah, I was up fucking cooking steak till like 4 in the morning.
Or you just pissed drunk, just fucking
We were
cooking?
hammered.
Oh, we?
Yeah, I was with a bunch of.
Who's we? Oh, let me guess your other fucking friends from SOI?
There was some dudes from SOI. Yeah. What is that thing?
What thing?
What you're wearing?
It's a costume.
No, I'm talking about the Navy thing. I can tell that that's not your real hair and stuff.
It's like a military kind of esque, kind of
is that-
Vietnam era thing.
Where'd you find that?
It was a gift.
That's really fucking cool.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Yeah, is that? Yeah, can I have that?
You want this right now?
Well, no, not right now, but can I have it?
Yeah, probably.
Or where
If
can
this
you?
is a good podcast, yeah.
Where can you get it from?
I think Amazon.
It looks cool.
Yeah, it
It's
looks
called the
pretty
Navy
I
deck
like that.
jacket with a hood.
More like Navy.
I would
dick
just make
jacket.
that into an M and then Sharpie in a C.
Yeah, but that'd be sick. dude.
US. Yeah, that's
That'd be comical.
Yeah.
It could be.
Why are you guys both in sunglasses? I don't have
I
sunglasses.
don't know.
Too much.
There might be a red headband right there if you want one.
That's right.
Oh,
Look at that. It's pre-staged.
Yeah.
Dude, the fucking hospitality on this podcast is
I'm
unreal.
trying hard, man.
And Fiji.
Yeah.
I
Orange bottle.
I'm going over my thing.
It's all right. You're going to knock that shit off. But
What thing?
you knock the chandelier. No, the
Oh, this thing.
The doodad. Are we doing it? Yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah, give me one of those.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I got to.
Thank you. Yeah, I went out last night not expecting to get, absolutely pissed hammered.
Yeah.
And then we started at Sol Agave or whatever down on Del Mar, and then we started drinking tequila at like 5, and then we went to Molly's. Went came out, Went, right?
Oh, he finally came out.
Yeah, finally.
That's fucking crazy.
When
If you ever see this, not very fucking cool of you, man.
and and then we continued on from Molly's. There was like a reunion party of 1-5 motherfuckers.
Oh, they just got
last
back,
night.
didn't they?
Yeah, at Molly's, and I was like, all right, we gotta go.
You look great, dude.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. How do I look?
That's
Pretty
chef's
pretty
kiss.
good. I don't think he gets it.
Have you guys been to Landers?
No. I don't go out, man. I
Well, yeah, you got 2 kids.
got them kiddos, bro.
Dude, when's the last time I went out actually drinking?
Yeah, you're a pussy too. You always flake out on going out too.
What do you mean? You haven't invited me, and you've been in school. Should we introduce ourselves?
Yeah, we're gonna. All right,
yeah,
so
let's
let's
sip it
chug
up.
these fucking things and
We got
then
to chug the whole thing.
the whole thing.
I don't want to do that.
Why
I
not?
get hammered. drunk.
Really, really cold, but well, it's.
I'll
it's,
chug a
it's
lot.
All, it's all for the. It's
All
for
right.
the.
Cheers,
for the content.
boys.
Cheers. Oh,
That's so cold. I didn't.
it's really cold.
I didn't finish.
Nope.
those are super cold. That Yeti keeps them cold.
It's really good though.
Ice chests do work to keep things cold.
When did you get this?
My wife got it on deployment, and we got it that color
Yeah, but
I kind of like that color
because it's like a beach thing, right?
yeah.
And if someone jacks our shit, we want to be able to hopefully spot them. As I
Well, I was just
chase
wondering why
after
you
them.
guys still have this on it.
We haven't used it much at all.
Oh, okay. Here you go. Are we? How do you want us to introduce ourselves?
You can say, whatever, however you want to introduce yourselves.
What do we? Is there any I want to say limitations or things that shouldn't be said.
Yeah, are there rules to
Because
this
I know
podcast?
I know you can edit this out. What
Yeah.
I'm asking right now, so that's why. Before we start getting balls deep into it, and like I get a little.
Like,
So
are
if
we-
we're talking hard shit on someone, it's
Yeah.
up to you if you want to drop their name and if you want to tell me to go back
Oh, I
and
got
like
a
edit
story
it
for
out.
that.
Yeah. But as far as like,
Well, we can say the F word and stuff, right?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm not big enough. There is a weird thing on YouTube, like all these things I'm watching now where people used to curse.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're bleeping it, and I think they're like not getting monetized. But they're like big people. I don't give a shit. I'm
Yeah.
not making any money off of this.
Hey, you're
I'm losing money every day.
Not with that attitude, but you're gonna be bigger than Logan Paul. Not a fan. Not a fan of the Paul brothers. Neither here nor there.
What
but
is it?
Certain aspects I am fans of, but no, I'm not like a fanboy of them.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Are we saying units, like who we're with, or how we know each
People
other?
know that like I'm 2-1. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
If there's something y'all want me to go back and like edit out, if you drop someone's name, but if it's like innocent talk, like
Yeah.
Gunny or something on the deployment,
First Sergeant Gunny.
First Sergeant Gunny.
first time Gunny.
At least you watch the episodes, man.
I watched both of them.
The last 2 days clearly didn't watch anything before they came on. And they're like, "Oh, is the name of this security clearance podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah." God,
Who were those guys?
2 Echo Corpsmen.
I didn't even
okay.
know who the fuck they were. Like I didn't.
Yeah,
They didn't even look familiar because, Weapons Company is the best company.
Yeah. So I was y'all's corpsman in 2-1 CAAT BLUE last deployment.
Blackbeard baby.
We were in various places together.
I unfortunately. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Most significant would be Afghanistan, HKIA.
Yeah. I do kind of regret going to where I went when we parted ways at the beginning of deployment because
Yeah, it would have
it
been.
was so boring.
It would have been way better if you were on our site
Yeah.
in Syria.
Yeah, that place was.
That sounded like
So
you guys had
Gucci.
so much more fun.
It was literally. It was unfortunate that you had to leave too, which
Yeah.
was.
I lost a lot of money out of that
ridiculous.
situation. And the shitty thing is remember when I moved out of y'all's room
Yeah.
and I moved into Gonzo's room for 1 day? I got a text the day before we left. Hey, you got your security clearance back. And I was just like, sick, dude. Like,
Thank you.
I lost out on $30,000
yeah.
Yeah,
being
and-
in a place that paid $100 a day.
100.
Living
108.
108.
Yeah.
You had to pay for your food.
Yeah, I was
We
about to say
didn't.
that. Fuck you.
We had
guys,
private
dude.
rooms, Wi-Fi. The corpsman's room had a Wi-Fi router in the room.
What the fuck?
Because apparently the guy before me complained all the time, and some fucking black site dudes like hooking up Wi-Fi in his
Classic 3-1.
room. Yeah, we were trying to watch the UFC fight. Do you remember this? And someone's just like, I'm like going to the Chow Hall trying to watch a UFC fight, and they're like, it was still when 3-1 was there. They're like, no, you have
It's on the TV.
you
Yeah.
have cable
yeah,
in
it's
your
on
room.
TV. I don't think I was there yet.
You guys had.
Oh,
What the fuck?
Yeah, we had TV. We can watch all the fights.
we had
Because
like
they,
AFN, whatever Armed Forces Network.
Yeah, so they routed all the
Bro.
fights for free for us.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not
Which
gonna
is nice. You just had to wake up at like
Yeah,
early as
morning.
fuck. I don't want to name drop who are like
no,
the people we were working
no.
for out there, but the individuals that I was, I wouldn't say I was working with them because I didn't do anything special out there. So people know.
Might you want to say you work with some spooky guys and some cool guys?
Yeah, they were cool. They were super cool.
spooks.
Hey,
But they weren't living as lavish as you guys were. Like I had my own room, like we had Wi-Fi and all that trash, but like they were a lot friendlier than their lesser counterparts that were there.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, whatever. The Rangers that were there.
Yeah.
And like, dude, they would look down upon them. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, well, that's their tier system, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, introductions and
Yeah, it's
continue.
Yeah, so you guys were my sergeants. I was y'all's corpsman in CAAT BLUE, one of 2 corpsmen.
yeah.
I was in kind of both of y'all's teams, right?
Yeah,
But you were
floating
in,
back
you were
and forth.
yeah, because I had Gonzo in
Yeah.
Bravo section.
And then we went to the place and did the thing, and I held it down with the boys while the other corpsman was just kind of hanging out.
Yeah, he yeah, he was hanging out in the back.
Hey, that
lot.
is helpful to me because, like, for me, I can have someone, they're dehydrated, whatever, and we bring them, and I just drop them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember you saying that.
Yeah, you were with the shits though. Like you're for the boys.
Oh, dude, we were out there.
Dude, we had a good time. A good time.
Yeah.
If y'all want to say your names, if y'all don't want to say your names, it's all
as
good.
long as my eyes are blacked out, then
okay.
I'll go first. What are you doing by just first name?
It doesn't matter.
Cameron. 1-5 for 4 or 5 years, and then 2-1 with the boys.
Yeah.
And now I graduate combat instructor school on Friday.
Dude,
Not
congratulations,
with this
man.
podcast, brother.
Congratulations.
Yeah, really. I'm gonna have to relax. Yeah, graduate on Friday.
Nice.
So that'll be super fun. Already
Next Friday?
Yeah, already
So you're done. Do you
Yeah.
have any like FinX shit you got to do?
No, we did the defense
Ooh,
on Thursday night.
spicy. Did you dig a fighting position?
Super fun, yeah. Skirmisher.
Are they throwing CS gas at you?
No, they said that they might have a Seaburn threat, and we were like, okay. But we weren't issued gas masks, so they didn't. But yeah, on Friday,
Nice.
graduate.
Nice, dude.
And then I'll be an 0913 infantry combat instructor.
Ooh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at staff.
Excuse me.
No.
Oh,
No.
dude, I'll talk about that here in a second. It's the bane of my existence. Neither here nor there. I guess I'll do my government name, Fransico.
Yeah.
I'm Fransico.
Yeah.
Just like the movie Elf for the people watching that always want to bring it up when I first meet him.
the movie what?
Elf.
Francisco's an elf?
Well,
I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't get the reference.
it's a scene.
Pretty
It's-
obscure reference, bud.
yeah, I get it all the time. Like I'll introduce myself and they're like Francisco. I was like, yeah, that's correct.
So imagine the majority of the people watching this is people that directly know us. So
Yeah.
a bunch of fucking Marines that are going to be like, the movie Elf? Oh, yeah, that one.
dude, great movie. Favorite Christmas movie.
It is good. Will Ferrell's great,
Yeah.
but it's
But
not.
one day, though, when this thing's blown up, people are going to go back
and they're
and
gonna
like
use it
look
all
at like the
against
first
us.
couple episodes, and they're going to be like, look at these fucking idiots.
One day when Francisco's trying to be a, border patrol agent and he needs a high
not
security,
border patrol.
he needs a security clearance. They're gonna
Yeah.
fucking hit play on a video.
Dude, I know they're gonna search my name in their spooky engine.
Yeah.
Of the unknowing and all seeing. Anyways, I was with Fast. That's right, security forces.
You're a fast boy.
Not fast at all. I actually refuse to run.
So fast.
I know, so slow.
I hope your high shorts are on camera.
Yeah, dude.
Which one's mine or his?
You're wearing board shorts. He's got Daisy Dukes
I love
on.
these shorts. Well, they ride up when
He's
I
got
sit
the
down.
quadcopters on, dude.
Yeah. I was with security forces for I think like
Okay.
2.5 years.
And I
You
think
ain't
it's safe
wrong.
to say we're all 0331s in this room.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
God, the testosterone in this room is
Fucking
awesome.
Unbearable.
yeah.
Went to 2-6. After that, I was there for like 3.5 years. I was a line company. Then I re-enlisted with the intent of going to be a drill instructor initially. Then I went to ISOLC and I was like, fuck that. I'm not doing that. So I was able to get out of it by lat moving into 0365. And
Which is
it's just infantry squad leader.
I know, but you said it is
Irrelevant.
you
It's
said
irrelevant now.
Oh yeah, it's
By
Fugazi,
the- by the
Fugazi.
way,
now.
You said
Right
it's
now.
pixie dust. It's
Yeah.
not fucking real.
No, it's not real. They did away with it, but whatever. Then I came to 2-1 with the boys,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm on Edson Range. Dude, all I do is shoot and
That's pretty sick.
teach recruits.
Is there any opportunity to bring like a civvy gun out? You know?
No.
No. All right.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Did you did you go to ISOLC with Yoakum?
I did with Yoakum and Piscoya. I know you know Nick. You guys are in the same.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you because I couldn't remember if you know Piscoya.
Yeah.
That's a homie now.
Yeah, dude. Nick's good people.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He just had his baby too.
Yeah.
Oh, were you with that giant motherfucker at SOI? Do you know who that is?
Oh,
Talking about Whitehurst.
Whitehurst.
Yeah.
Am I with him?
I think he was.
Are you-
the
No,
No,
class
he went.
ahead
He
of
went
you.
to a class ahead of me.
Okay.
So he graduated. Yeah, the cycle before me.
So the people that go through the instructor course, are they all put in a company together as instructors, or do y'all get dispersed around?
No, they they get dispersed. So like they'll do like I guess maybe half go to MCT and then half go to ITB. Right.
Where are you going?
So it's a funny story.
Oh,
I'm the
yes.
only 31 in the course. I mean, there's an 0369 in there that was a prior 31.
Uh-huh.
But he's an 0369, and it's Emmett.
Oh, dude, great guy.
And and he's probably gonna get pulled for like IULC.
Yeah, I can see
to
that.
be honest, I'm pretty sure that he is. Maybe he's not. I don't know. I haven't asked or anything. But anyway, they needed 31s at MCT. So when we got our assignments, my name was on the MCT assignment, and I was like,
"That's tough.
This is fucked." But some things happened, and they pretty much did a swap for me and a corporal.
Oh, dude, nice.
And the corporal's not a bad dude, and it's not really his own fault, but he was a reservist, and then he went active duty. But like when he went active duty, he never got sent to like a Victor unit. So
he just came straight to SOI.
So he never got sent to a Victor unit and stayed in the S3 like on his reserve station.
What a death sentence for a fucking 03, dude. What a fucking terrible
He's
thing.
He's
to
a
do.
fucking mortarman, so.
Yeah, but still.
No, I mean, I agree. So he's never gone to any schools. I don't even know what possibly could be the last time the guy's, fired a fucking mortar system. Never been to AMC or anything like that. So I think it worked out for me.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, fuck that guy.
And now.
I don't know him, but fuck that guy, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah, he kind of sucks. But that's okay.
It is what it is.
But
man.
it's not like, again, I don't think it's necessarily really his fault. He has not been set up for success in the Marine Corps in our community.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if you're a sergeant, you haven't gone to your advanced school, like, one, like, shame on you for not pushing to go into, like, on the command. Like,
it's always funny to see sergeants at advanced school because it's not really that advanced, and unless it's like ISOLC or IULC, obviously, is a staff thing, but that's a team leader's course.
it really is.
It's not like a fucking goddamn section leader's course or something like that, or a squad leader's course.
So what's interesting about that to me is when I was in, it was like a fucking gift and a privilege.
Yeah.
Yeah,
go.
but when you were in it, they changed the name. It was
Right.
M
So when I
Glock
was
machine
in,
gun
I was in
leaders.
from
Glock.
Yeah, Glock.
I was in 17 from 09. My name's John Rambo. I was in 17.
Do you get the headbands now, the aviators?
I've never seen the movies.
I don't blame you. You probably.
right.
I don't like the actor.
I'll take
Sylvester
this
Stallone.
shit off. He didn't even introduce his last name, so
Did I not?
no.
No.
This joke is kind of
My last name's Rambo.
No relation.
no relation. Yeah, fucking.
I'm his dad.
Andy's hungover, so
I thought it was gonna be like this guy's name is Rambo on the header for
like
your
opening
when
I'll
you-
put whatever name you want. Like with Weich and Hobbs, they're like, I'm Corporal Hobbs, I'm Sergeant Weich.
Yeah,
like-
I saw. I was like,
I had an officer that fucking didn't want to use his name at all in those old shitty podcasts. He's like, I'm Nick. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like,
sounds good, Nick.
he didn't want to talk about anything about his command or anything, and he just wanted to talk about suicide prevention. I'm like, that's whatever.
Good on him. That's,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. But I was in 17. My Marine Corps career was 09 to 13, and
God, you're old.
I am, dude. The last guy in your seat tried making fun of me, and he
Uh-huh.
got the year off by like 4 years. I was like, no, it's like older than that, man.
What
but,
an idiot.
Yeah, trying to make fun of me, do it right. But yeah, it was. You would have to get a waiver as an 11 to go to squad leaders course, or isn't that what it used to be called?
For ISLIC or AMGC? Keep asking me another one, please.
I'm good. There's AMGC.
Yeah.
And
AIC.
what was it? AIC?
AIC's for 11s, yeah.
And
the
then there was
squad leader
also
one
like a
is,
squad leader course. It
That
was
was
like
that was ISLIC.
yeah, and you'd have to get a waiver as a lance.
Yeah.
And if you got a waiver as a lance, it's like, oh, well, that dude's going to get meritorious.
He was probably shit high. We're going to ISLIC as a Lance.
Right. Well, one dude DOR'd, and then they already had a MAT package in what the Navy calls
Uh-huh.
it.
Yeah.
Whatever. My terms get fucked up. But they had a meritorious package, and he DORs from his course, and then he comes back, and they all the paperwork went through, and they fucking meritoriously promote this dude. Really cool. Really cool. We
Good
were all
for you.
Meritorious to promote him after he DOR'd.
the paperwork was already in. They're like, all right, this dude's going to this course. We selected him for this course.
Oh, that's
Wow.
awesome. Good
Yeah.
for that guy.
Yeah, we
Playing
weren't
the system hard.
No,
we
no,
weren't
good on him.
big fans of that situation. But yeah, it was just like, please send me, sir, please.
Please send
And they're like, no, we only have so many spots. Like, all right, so you would be a sergeant.
Yeah.
You would pick up corporal re-enlist, and then you would go. I did have buddies go to AMGC, but it's not guaranteed by any means. And now we were talking about these boots.
Oh, dude, I'll let you finish your story.
There's 3 boots, and then you ran into a boot last night that's selected to go above.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
His seniors.
Hanley.
Dude, I don't think you
I
have
don't know
any
who that
clue
is.
of who the boots were. You were out pretty quick after.
Yeah, the big tall one.
Oh, he was like the very first boot drop, right?
Yeah, with
Okay, I remember him.
those Collins and Blake and that one.
Yeah.
And the fucking Chinese one, Chang or Chong or something like that.
Dude, it was.
There's because in that platoon there's a Chang and there's a Chong
And there's a Kong.
and there's a Chung too.
Yeah.
God, Cheech and Chong.
So I'm not being
No.
politically
And
incorrect.
what's
I'm being
fucked
dead
up
serious. I don't know
is
which
they
one it is.
put their rooms next to each other too. I guess alphabetically, whatever. But I was like, I remember addressing them for like medical hit lists. I was like, I'm not trying to be fucking racist here. Is it Kung or Chang or Chan? I need one of y'all.
Oh,
One of
Chan
y'all's
was the
fucking
name.
hitting on something, and I don't know who it is. I don't have the list in front of me.
Yeah, I think that the original boot drop seemed like they were pretty good. Because like I really like Collins and Blake, and then Hanley will work himself out with his slight arrogance, I would say.
Oh, he's one of those.
I think he just
Slight.
knows he's a good-looking cat. He's
Yeah, but like I'm a good looking cat too.
No. Dude, we're so fucking handsome this
yeah.
time.
And, I
And
was-
he's, you
well,
know-
maybe I was like that.
And I think he also does have it where it counts. He's 6'2". He's in shape. He's a machine gunner. Like, I think he is
He has
good as a
potential.
boot and as a potential. But if he has an arrogant way of approaching things, he's going to get fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, for
Like,
sure.
not like fucked up, like physically, just like he's going to have a hard time going against the stream.
Yeah.
If he shows up to AMGC thinking he's the shit, there's going to be some people to check his.
He's gonna get boot checked real quick if he acts like that.
Oh, for
in
sure.
AMGC.
I have no idea about this dude. He's always very polite to me.
Yeah, he was super. Yeah, he was. You could tell he was very uncomfortable because I was with his combat instructors, you know, and then his old senior. Not even. I was like there for like a month or something, but you could tell he was definitely uncomfortable.
But
But
it's a little odd to me. Like if I see an old instructor, it's like it's not like you have any influence on me anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, what's up? Small talk, blah blah blah. But there's no awkwardness with.
Also,
with
like the chances of like them remembering who you are. Like,
Right.
Like I taught Lance Corporal seminar a couple months ago. Super fun. All my students were PMO.
Did you get a Gerber?
No, dude, they didn't give me. I got a Circom. Super cool.
a
Nice.
CERTCOM.
Yeah. They said thanks. I was like, you're welcome.
It's
But
like basically a coin, dude. A fucking the pieces of paper that go on your award record.
CERTCOMs actually look pretty good.
yeah, I mean, it got me a commendatory fit rep. So
That's not a medal, is it?
no, it's just a certificate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right under an M.
Yeah, I have one of
No,
those.
I'm sorry. Meritorious mass.
Oh, shut up, man.
Yeah. Anyways,
Meritorious
but,
mass is like toilet paper.
it really is. But I
It's
had
like a coin.
yeah.
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 Yeah,
Oh,
let's
okay,
say
that's
coin.
what you're.
I'd rather
alluding
have a
to?
coin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Coins
coin
are
would be
cool.
cool. Yeah,
They are, but I don't know. I don't have enough to put.
I have.
Have you?
On a
Obviously, you guys have walked into some higher ups office,
Mhm.
mainly like a fucking sergeant major
Yeah.
or something, or I guess maybe like a whatever. We'll go sergeant major. But have you ever seen like all those sergeant major with all like all the coins in the world,
Yeah, it's insane.
bro? I've been in for like 7 years now, and I have like 7.
Yeah,
I've got one for like every year, but like they have literally like over like 100. It's wild.
Yeah.
How did they get that many? Did they buy them? Because I've never bought one. I've just been
well,
other than
yeah.
the Gunsmoke one.
look.
Well, yeah, I
Which
bought,
you
like,
never got.
Battalion one. That one was cool. That one's big.
Yeah, I
So,
didn't get it. I paid for some. Fucking Weldon told me at the end of the deployment, he's like,
First
Yo,
sergeant-
you
first
owe
sergeant was
me-
handing them out.
"You owe me for your coin." I was like, "I don't remember signing up for that. I thought it looked dumb." or no,
That it looked
the
dumb.
special MagTaf one was it was it.
that one.
Yeah, like the
And I was like,
Gunsmoke
"All right, well,
stuff on
here's
it,
my
shit on it.
money." And then they gave them out, and I was like, "Well, where the fuck's mine?" And then I asked First Sergeant one day, and he's just like, "No, we had a couple hanging out, but I gave them all away." I'm like, "Fucking tight, man. I'm glad I gave y'all $10 for something I didn't sign up for, was on a list for, and now I get whatever. But the weird thing about coins is it's as simple as going to a trophy shop
and getting them made.
And getting them made. I do have a couple cool ones. My buddy that's in the SARC pipeline sent me a dive bubble.
Oh, yeah, you told me about
fucking
that one.
Dope. I have, when I was aspiring to be a Navy SEAL, I was a veteran in between services working at a gym and talking to some dude that walks in green on green. And he goes and talks to he's an officer. He goes and talks to his 1-star general. He's like, hey, he wants me to give you this. And I have a 1-star general's coin. Pretty cool.
I have a 3-star.
Yeah. Why was he
From
in green on green
Army
in a
General.
I
Like a civilian gym?
Yeah.
What a fucking boot.
Hell yeah.
You should have been like, hey, fucking boot.
Remember that
You're
one
not
night?
authorized to wear that fucking out.
Is he not?
No.
No, you're not. Remember
no,
that
you're
one
not
night?
even
we went
allowed.
out?
He's a reservist, though. I'll tell you
fuck him.
that, so he probably didn't know.
What's that one like little dive bar there in San Clemente? It's kind of small.
Big Helens?
No, that one sucks.
Outriggers?
No,
Foxhole.
it's like
Well, where is it?
it's like on the main strip, and I think it's like right next to the gym, the San Clemente gym.
Oh, Ollie's.
Yeah, remember that one
Rolls.
night we were there, and there's this kid. I think he was from 1-5.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
he was wearing a green skivvy shirt, but like the shitty like tactical T ones are like if you wash them, they're like
I called
baby
him
gap.
out quick. I was
Yeah.
like, you need to fucking take that shit off right now.
He's like no one gives a shit that you're a Marine. Like everyone literally here's
everyone's
a fucking Marine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The nightlife is filled with Marines in San Clemente.
I like San Clemente though.
It's such a nice place.
Going to Oceanside is not cool.
Yeah, fuck Oceanside.
I've spent like minuscule time there.
I go there more now. I'm not even to go out, just like go to the store. And whatnot.
You're not married yet, right?
Hey, I got married March 30th. Babe, I got you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You didn't get married March 31st, so
I know.
That would have been sick.
That would have been cool.
it's unfortunate. Did you get married in your blues?
No, we
Thank
actually.
God, thank you for that, dude.
I got a suit
I did.
from Express.
Yeah, but I don't think you're looking back at those photos.
No, not anymore.
I got a suit from Express, and we got eloped in Sedona.
Yeah.
Super nice. We got a photographer, the whole bit. My best friend actually ordained the ceremony.
That's kind of sick, dude.
Yeah.
My whole thing about getting married with it's distracting me.
Yeah.
My whole thing about getting married in your blues is you're not always going to be in the military no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what. And you're going to look back at that photo of you in your blues with 2 medals.
I didn't have 2 medals.
All right. Well, you know, people
I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah.
Like
People
the
do-
boots
it's
that do it
like-
like a PFC. That
it's
has,
like-
Yeah.
being in the military, I don't think should define the absolute 100% core of who you are.
Make it your
I'm gonna eat one
or
of
it
these.
becomes your personality trait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People do that. Well, they never let it go. Once a Marine, always a Marine. And I understand that. You can chew into the mic. I think that's funny.
I don't want to fuck with you guys.
Just do like this. But yeah, that's my whole thing. I
Yeah.
don't have enough coins. Let's get back on track. I don't have
Yeah.
enough coins to display. I think I do have a Circom. I want to staple it to my chest during like Corpsman Ball or Marine
I
Corps
remember
Ball.
you talking about that. On
It's
was it
just-
the last episode? I think you brought that up.
It's just kind of a slap in the face.
It
you
really
know?
is.
Because like for Corpsman especially, if you get a NAM that's like a point or 2 points on your exam,
That's it.
yeah,
That's a lot.
it is a lot.
Is it?
Like,
That's a lot.
yeah.
I don't know.
Especially for corpsmen.
Yeah, so it's this weird thing, and they're like, "Hey, we appreciate what you did, but not enough to give you something that is
it doesn't
valuable
count
to
for
you."
anything.
Did you get a NAM?
No, dude, I didn't get anything.
For
Dude,
what, Afghan?
No,
for
just like-
anything.
yeah. 2-1 is like 2-1 was like, hey,
Yeah, they were handing
Cool,
them out at the
thanks.
cyclic though,
did you get one?
especially for Afghan. No,
Whoa.
Yo, did you?
but then
guys-
again, like, we kind of got fucked though.
we did.
Not that I care that much, but like Cannon left as soon as we got back. Actually, before we got back.
Yeah. He
Before
left
we got
on
back.
Yeah,
he left on deployment?
I
he
think-
left Advon.
No, because remember we saw his gun.
Oh
out in the
shit! Yeah,
parking
that's
lot.
right. Yeah,
But so he left immediately, and I don't think that
That kinda fell
he
to the
was probably
wayside.
like he was probably too busy like moving and doing all that shit,
yeah.
and probably did not think about fucking writing anybody up.
Well, he did write ups, but there's like a whole like so much
for
drama with-
Afghan.
Well, like for
I
the
was
for the
no, I was
deployment.
talking about Afghan, but
Oh,
I remember y'all like Gunny coming in and talking to Weldon about like, of course it's the Pogues about their write-ups and shit. And
For Afghan.
No, before we went to
yeah,
Afghan, I was just like, wait, are the awards done for the deployment? And it felt like they were.
Well, the MACTAF was shooting them down like at the cyclic because they tried giving. They wrote one up for you. I want to say myself and John, and we were supposed to get C's on them.
Yeah,
combat deployment. But I guess the MACTAF for the battalion was like no.
Yeah, was this Afghan you're talking about?
No,
just overall like a kind of like end of tour type thing.
Yeah,
but it's still surprising though that even after Afghan.
Yeah.
Now again, I don't know if Cannon just.
too
busy.
I don't think it was Lieutenant.
I think he's just too busy.
I talked to the senior line, my old senior line. He's not senior line anymore. I was just like, hey man,
Benson.
Yeah.
Question mark.
He'll see this, but I talked to him, and I felt like nothing. We didn't do any after actions, and then we didn't do any after actions with like normal people.
Yeah.
It felt like, and then I asked the BC during his meeting. I was like, "What are the plans for like reacting to? What are the new training implements and things we learned from reacting to a mass casualty?" He's like, "So we'll gather information from our after actions." And we hadn't done one, and
probably didn't happen.
And then we did have one, and they're like, "Hey, make sure that corpsman that asked that question's there." And I got invited to it, and it was like, who was the staff sergeant from 81s that I got into it a little bit? Weldon's friend.
Oh, Campanella.
Campanella just like vented for 15 minutes, and it was very unstructured and weird.
Are we talking about the after actions that we were all sitting in on?
I don't know if you were
we had
there.
the company one.
Yeah, I was going to say, are we talking about the company one? Were you there?
Yeah, it was the company one.
Oh, okay.
And
was that when Campanella did that?
And then Master Sergeant, guys were talking about, I really would, and this is something I kind of have a little bit of a grudge about. They're just talking about, we should have been able to authorize to use CS gas. Why weren't we authorized? Why weren't we authorized? And then Master Sergeant's in like the back in the shadows. And he's just like, y'all were, but there's never good wind, so I never pass that up to y'all. And I'm like, motherfucker, you would show up for 15 minutes at a time and then roll out and come back. And
you did bring Red Bulls once.
Yeah, I didn't get one of those.
But I got like 3 though. I'm not gonna lie, I was selfish as fuck when I saw those Red Bulls. Actually, no, I didn't see him bring them. I saw some fucking.
Well, they said Top
some
had brought
fucking asshole from the. You know what? Those fucking dudes that were driving that fucking little cart around with like the flatbed kind of thing in the back.
That one
that was like
kid.
their fucking job. Yeah, the J-Tech kid. Those guys fucking suck.
Attached to us or like
I think just in general, but they were kind of helping us out. That kid fucking sucks. What's his name? Christensen?
Yeah.
Fuck that kid. I hope he fucking sees us. Fucking Sergeant Rambo says you fucking suck.
Hell yeah. We'll keep that in.
But so on the AR piece, like how did we not have a proper like casualty evacuation plan? Dude, we were using fucking golf carts, like everything was hot water. Like,
did y'all see me go across the tarmac in that luggage cart y'all were talking about?
No, but I saw
with
you on
patient?
the back of it.
oh yeah, actually, funny.
I saw you on the
wouldn't
back
say
of
funny story.
Yeah.
I guess hindsight being fucking nothing anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because it pulled up, and I think Max was on the flatbed, and I don't recall seeing you. You might have been on there.
Yeah.
But I was
Max?
Soviak.
The corpsman.
And I don't know why, and his arm was like dangling on the side, and I like pick it up and I put it on top. I was like, falls off. So I take my glove off, and I felt like I don't know why. I don't know why. Like I instinctively did it. I was like, well, that's tough. It was ice cold. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was,
like a casualty like platforms. Like we're using the luggage cart. Like I don't know.
It was weird, man. It was
a very unique situation.
I thought we were going to be doing what the Army did, where we were going to be doing security while they were doing pat downs and getting people through. And they're just like, no, we have Marines here. Fuck yeah, let's rag those dudes out.
It was us and the Brits, dude.
Let's whore them out. Apparently, according to my buddies in Echo, the
82nd
did have a post, did have a gate they were on, but it just felt like we were doing everything. And I remember asking that question, and like higher ups are like, no, yeah, Marines are doing the majority of everything here.
Yeah.
And when the Army has they were established there.
Oh, yeah.
They had all their JLTVs and armories on top of armories. Yeah, they can't keep, dude. I thought it was.
Those guys are the most unprofessional motherfuckers.
How are you gonna leave? How much ammo did they leave in
They
one of those
left fucking
Matt V's,
1,200 rounds of 7.62 belt fed in the back of the fucking.
I always thought it was a joke.
And we broke in.
How unaccountable for gear the Army was.
It
is not a joke.
Wild.
They don't have watches on their a guard on their shit. I walked by an M4 completely unattended. Just
Did you really?
yeah, and I
Bro, you should have yoked that thing up quick.
I
Or
talk-
took the bolt out. That would have been hilarious.
that would have been. But dude, what if
We're in a combat zone. And if
it's like taping up a fucking grenade and then giving it to a kid, and just like one day, one of those kids is gonna unravel the tape and blow himself up.
Wait
like,
a second. That's way.
You haven't heard about that shit before?
Wait,
No, I have, but I'm
that's a
saying
thing?
that's not a.
When I was in, we didn't do it, but like deployments before we were here, like, yeah, I had a buddy that pulled the pin on a grenade, taped it, and then gave it to like a group of kids on a convoy, and then what happens with that eventually? So if I take a bolt, or if I take some dude's fucking rifle, and then he gets NJP'd or whatever, or he goes to
fuck
pull
him if he gets NJP'd.
he goes to pull the trigger, and
Yeah.
He goes clunk.
he's a fucking dumbass and didn't check his. I mean, if you're leaving your M4 completely unattended while you take a shower,
You kind of
like
deserve it.
Where was this?
we're at the chow hall, right? Remember there was like the showers next to it,
Yeah, on the
and
left
then it was just like
Dude, those
barracks
were
upon
nice.
barracks. I would cut through all of those barracks
Yeah.
to go to like the really quiet ones,
Yeah.
and clean ones.
Take showers.
And I'm cutting through those center rooms, and like the last one, all this gear is just like not tactical gear, just like stuff. There's just a brand new clean M4 sitting there, and I just sat there for a second. Fuck. And then I was talking to John about it.
Did you have your M4 with you? I imagine.
Of course.
Yes. Dude, no one's gonna beating the dead horse from the last episode, but like, no one's gonna question if you're carrying two M4s.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. The only thing would be like I'm breaking down an M4 on the plane, putting it in my backpack, have a barrel sticking out. Just like, hey Doc, what's that? I'm like, it's a cool antenna I have.
It's one of those new ones, high frequency.
Yeah.
Satcom. Okay, but still, it would have been even way cooler if you would have just waited or something with this kid's rifle in your hand, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, and then you as a fucking medic, right?
Yeah.
Just absolutely fucking torch the kid for for leaving his rifle in Afghanistan on whatever, like his gear or something.
Yeah.
then you
Could
can.
you imagine if like one of us did that?
Oh, dude, we'd be fucking fried.
Oh my god, fuck, who was it?
It was Baldwin.
Baldwin.
Barstool.
Yeah, you helped me out with that. Baldwin fucking left his dumbass fucking rifle somewhere, and that
Yeah.
Chavez kid or whoever the
Oh,
fuck
God.
that salt fucking lord from 7th Marines in what I don't know what,
Offense.
golf company,
Yeah.
like took it or something.
Yeah, but the story I got from Baldwin, I don't think he was lying to me, is that he was smoking a cigarette with his rifle right next to him, and he wasn't paying attention for a second, and someone like snuck up and nabbed that shit. It wasn't like now I don't know if that's exactly true.
I don't know about all that because like I don't like if someone's like around a rifle.
Yeah.
Like if they're like within arm's distance or whatever, like they're next to it, right, and they're just smoking a cigarette. Like I'm not gonna come up and take somebody's rifle.
Yeah, but people went
But, like you
fuck,
gotta
dude.
walk away,
Yeah.
and then I'll fucking take your shit and then bury your bolt.
Dude, the wild shit that just happened that we did. Like, remember the first 2 days? Like, we had nothing to do because they were
Right.
just like, what are we gonna do with 2-1? Dude, we were fucking cowboying it up. It was so much fun.
Yeah, y'all. We were looking for vehicles. Do y'all remember when that gunny approached us in the parking lot? He's like, "You guys with 2-1?" I'm just like,
No.
"Oh fuck, dude!" Like, and we're clearly looking to try and steal every car in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And he's
You're
like,
talking about right outside the chow?
"No, it wasn't right outside the chow hall. He was in Green's, camis. He's a gunny. He's like, "You guys."
I was with 1-8 then.
Yeah.
Or the Mew.
He's like, "You guys with 2-1?" We're like, "I'm just keeping my fucking mouth shut. I'll let these sergeants answer." I'm like, "Yeah, we are. What's up?" He's like, "Tell Gunny Tate
Oh yeah.
I got a
Oh.
Glock. I'm working on
Yeah.
an M4."
Yeah.
I'm just like, he's like, "A lot of these cars, we already checked them. No, you might be able to find them." I'm like,
Dude.
Jesus Christ, this is crazy.
Remember that one vehicle we walked by?
The Australians?
No. That was at night. But remember, we were looking for vehicles during the day. They had like a Mark 18 and fucking Glock and everything. And we're like, we're gonna go back.
Like Daniel Defense one, the Mark 18 from Dan. Yeah, I was like, oh my god, dude. Let's just break the window. Let's just take this shit. Because a Glock would be super easy to take home.
Oh, for sure.
Apparently, there was a certain sergeant in CAAT Red that was trying to get his Glock back, and
I think I know what you're talking about.
and had to dismantle it and put it in amnesty boxes.
Yeah.
Right after a brief from a certain E8.
What a pussy. Why did he even say anything?
He didn't say anything.
How'd they find him?
They didn't
But
find
they
him,
didn't know.
but they're just briefing on like, dude, if you have a fucking Glock, it's shitty. It's an $800, $600 pistol. Just fucking buy one.
It's free, though.
It's not fucking worth it. Yeah, and it could have auto sear on it. I would have kept the auto sear.
Hell
I would have.
Yeah, that'd have been sick.
I would have dissected that thing to see if it had an auto sear on it. But
I would not have been able to tell. Some of you guys are super good with guns. I'm not.
I dabble.
I know like 4 guns. That's
I have no guns.
249,
that's against base policy.
240, a Mark
Can't
19, and a
confirm.
50 cal. What do you mean? What's against base policy?
Having guns, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, dude. Guns
Yeah,
are
you're
bad.
right.
Actually,
That's why I live out in town, because I have to have all my guns registered.
And for any
course.
future politicians that are watching this, fun fact: gun laws don't stop criminals.
Yeah,
Thanks for that awkward thing, Rod.
You know what?
That's
was,
your
you know what
thumbnail
was
photo,
weird?
by the way.
Nice.
You know what was
That's
weird
mine.
is I was coming home one day and I parked my car or whatever, and I was walking up my stairs, and this dude that I say hello to or whatever, my neighbor,
Oh yeah.
and I think I told you this, but I'll share the story with the whole world. He asked me, he was like, "Hey, are you a gunnery sergeant?" And I was like, I went like this. Like,
How'd you know?
I did like a double tap on my, my collar. Probably kind of fucking rude.
Yeah.
Because.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, I'm not a gunny. Why do you ask? And he was like, oh, I was just wondering if you had. And I don't know why he thought only gunnies have experience handling weapons.
It's in their name, gunnery.
Yeah. But he was like, I was just wondering. I had a question about a polymer 80. I think like a Glock 19 or something like that.
Who used to be good friends of the podcast, but
What's up?
I'll get into it later.
But I was like, I didn't want to tell him that I had one because I didn't know if he was like, well, at first he asked me if I had any experience with polymer 80 or if I had any guns. And I was like, that's a weird question to ask, especially in California.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I don't have any guns. They're all back home in Florida. And he was like, well, fuck. He's like, I need to figure out how to do this polymer 80 because I want to build it myself. And I was like, well, why don't you bring it up to my place and then I'll show you what's up, like how to at least like what you need to do. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah, do it. And then I pulled mine out and showed him.
Broad daylight, pulled it out.
You pulled out your pants.
I pulled down my pants and showed my neighbor
You're just like,
my big Glock.
waving it around.
It's bad, Larry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, fuck, dude, like I don't know if I should tell this fucking guy.
That's a weird one. Yeah.
But
It's kind of an awkward
he
question.
brought his shit up, so
Right.
Yeah. You know what's funny is speaking of fucking peacekeepers and problem solvers, there's that National Geographic show like Gangland or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Dude's like, he's like, this is my Glock 40 is my problem solver. It's a high point.
Yeah.
I was like, that's good.
Dude,
Bro, have you ever shot a high point?
No, I want to though. I kind of want to
Dude,
buy one because they're so comical.
Dude, it is wild, bro. It is wild. My cousin has a high point, and he's like a fucking felon. So he like does not have the
Allegedly.
fucking-
same last name?
no, not the same last name.
Fortunate for him.
Yeah. Don't look him up, okay? I go home to Florida one time, and he's like, wanting to show me all his guns and stuff. And I was like, all right. And he grabs his high point and he's like, shoot this motherfucker. And I was like, okay. It was like the fucking hardest trigger pull I've ever experienced in my life. I felt like a 2-year-old trying to fucking pull like a regular ass trigger on a gun. And I was like, what the fuck?
That's quality engineering right there.
I really, really want, and I haven't found one yet, I want an olive drab high point shirt so I can wear it underneath my camis and like boots and utes.
That'd be a good one.
People
would be like, why are you repping high point right now?
I fucking live dirty, son. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I carry.
Yeah.
So they make like, well, they have a rifle that they made.
Oh yeah, it was like that fucking, it had like the long front and then the
like short stubby.
trigger was on the back end, like a weird looking.
That dude Demolition Ranch will review them. They're just fucking garbage.
Well, it's like they send them to Grantham too, and they love the publicity.
Yeah,
because
it's just like it's all content. Like it's all inevitably someone will be like, yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but like my thing is like, you know, like there's no way that like somebody at High Point's like, yeah, we make fucking sick ass pistols.
I don't think that's their demographic.
It's not.
What is their demographic though?
Maybe,
no way.
Maybe young
way.
hooded hoodlums that hang out at basketball courts and
Chicagoans,
street corners.
East LAns.
It's cheap, bro, and they will send rounds down range. And that's all that
works.
Yeah, they
Oh,
were.
you're talking about the gun? I guess so, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know how somebody's like has a company and they're like, you know what, we're putting on a.
They're
we're
still
putting
in
on a
business,
fucking
though.
good party.
Like they're still in business.
Yeah, because it
They're
costs nothing.
They're a big ass business.
It costs
Like,
nothing
what, like
to
$100
manufacture
maybe
shit
to buy one.
Yeah, dude, they're probably like resources wise, like the material it makes it's probably like $90 fucking things.
Oh, dude.
And they upcharge, $400 for a gun.
I had a question for you. I was about to buy one of those ZevTechs that you bought, or not the same one, but
Yeah.
So did the
The slide.
No, I'm sorry.
Is
The holster that we bought, we both bought,
yeah.
the sidecar.
Yeah.
Did it fit in there, or did it not fit?
It does, but so I emailed T-Rex Arms.
Yeah. I know. I just forgot what you had said.
And
they said
it can support the light bearing holster, but it won't support like the one without the light. Because I guess like the trigger guard from the ZevTech is like kind of weird, but it fits in the light bearing holsters that they have. So.
To my dearly beloved wife, this is a big reason why I spent $7,000 on guns while still on deployment. It's because of these two and one other. We were just talking about guns for months. We really and like
were.
John. And
I still have not.
I bought one.
I still have not shot that polymer 80. Like it's just
Still?
sitting in
Really?
my house with a round in the chamber.
Sick, dude.
Just let one
Just
off
sit
in the
there.
apartment.
You should take it to the civilian gun range one day.
They don't give a shit.
What's civilian gun range?
The one on
Down by Horno.
Oh.
And
Yeah, I was gonna ask if anybody shot there because
I go there.
I'm scared to go there with the polymer 80. That's completely illegal in California.
No, I got vehicle search the other day.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, we gonna find anything? I'm like, no, dude, you're not gonna find shit. And he's like, do you have any firearms? I'm like, no.
I just said
California,
you're not gonna
no.
find anything,
Right.
retard.
Right. He was actually really cool.
Uh-huh.
It was a couple weekends ago. I don't know if y'all ever use this gate, but the line was like onto the off.
I heard about that.
What gate? The Barcelona gate?
Barcelona-
Yeah.
I
Actually,
use it
San
every day.
Clemente Gate. I saw that 2 days ago. That it's not actually It's Barcelona Road. But anyway, he's like, it's okay if you have a firearm. It's just that the ammo needs to be separate.
Yeah, it needs to be
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
lockbox.
I was like, huh. But when I was moving here about like my ARs and shit, there was a nurse that was kind of weird. A nurse that was former recon sniper.
He's a dude.
Jesus. Nice.
Dude.
Okay.
Yeah, no. He started off as a dude. Yeah. I want to get back to that.
I'll jump into that one in a second.
Whoa.
But I'm doing all this research. We have housing secured in the neighborhood I was at last. And I'm trying to do it the right way. I really, truly try and do it the right way.
Yeah.
And it's like the commanding general of the base has to give you a compliance letter for your non-California bubble. I'm like, what the fuck? So I talked to him. He's like, no, I did training there, but I know people there.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And he's like, the way the gate works is if you show up, you don't need to spit for these, brother.
I do.
Yeah, the last dude.
I'm
did
bitch made. What is this?
Benchmade's
Coffee?
if you put both of them in, you get a mint mocha.
I got citrus.
Oh,
Dead
this is
serious. I
wintergreen?
want to try one of those in a minute.
Okay.
I got the. Okay, well, keep going, please. Sorry.
So I'm doing all this research, trying to do it the right way. I know this dude's prior service, and and he's like, no, I just did training there. I was always in Lejeune, but I do have buddies there. What's your question? So I was like, what's up with guns on base? Like, how do I do this the right way? What's the
For here?
yeah to do it the right way, or like what is the culture,
Yeah.
right? He's like, all right, I'll read you the text verbatim, and what I'm gonna say is not verbatim. He's just like, I do gun competitions in Cali and Las Vegas.
Same.
And the rule of thumb is if what shows up in a locked Pelican case stays in a locked Pelican case. I'm like, he's like, so you're good. Just be a responsible gun owner
Yeah.
and don't get into a domestic assault with your wife, and you're good. I'm like,
Yeah,
all
that's
right, that's
unfortunate.
fucking easy.
Dude, don't beat your wife.
Dude, my neighbor,
Duly noted.
my neighbor at the
Super
last
hard.
neighborhood was a bit of a quirky dude, and kind of the same thing what you were talking about. We start talking about guns, and I'm just like, nah, I don't have guns, dude. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
He's like, well, let me just put this out there. The guy that used to live in your house before you had a registered Glock. He gets into an argument with his wife, and it's registered. So when the call comes in that there's a argument going on,
Pops up.
pops up, he has a firearm. Cops roll in deep. The first thing they say is, "Where's the firearm?" He's like, "Dude, it's like nothing fucking happened. We're just arguing."
Who called the cops?
Probably the neighbor or
Who
something.
knows?
Like a neighbor?
Maybe the what? Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cops roll up deep. First question: where's the gun? Here's the gun, dude. Nothing's happened. We're just in a really gnarly fight. Take the gun, confiscate it. Guy couldn't get it back. All this red tape, couldn't get it back. And he eventually is just like, you know what? Fucking destroy it. Because they have to.
Yeah.
Just fucking keep it, destroy it. I'll get another fucking gun.
Dude, I don't see. I don't know if I would be able to do that, especially like.
You know, that could not be the real story.
Yeah.
You know, he could have fucking hit his wife and got his gun taken away, which is, you know.
Yeah, I feel
Fucking
like
proper
there's
in
gotta
my-
probably be something else.
Yeah.
But if you get your gun confiscated, it's not just like, here's your gun back, you know?
See, I the amount of money I spent on guns, like my fucking Zeftech was.
Don't have kids, bro.
Oh no, I don't.
I don't hear the end of it.
My wife and I are on the same page on kids. We don't want any.
Bro, I still hear
At
it from
all?
my
Ever?
fucking ex.
Ever?
No, eventually we
Okay,
do,
all
but
right.
we want to be well established before we.
I think that's a weird thing. I had a conversation about that yesterday.
I want kids definitely. Like I want my name to keep going.
There was a married Marine without kids that was talking to me about how's vasectomy work. He was actually a corpsman, sorry.
And he wants a vasectomy.
He was talking about, yeah, I don't think I want kids. I'm like, well, there's all these, you can lie about it
Yeah.
and probably get the vasectomy, but the reason they vet you is because one day, like with my tattoo on my arm, I remember my tattoo artist like, no, we don't want to do it this way because one day you might want a sleeve. I was like, bro, I will never get a sleeve. And now I want to
That
fucking
didn't age well.
yeah, now I want to plan something for my second sleeve, and I'm like, well, man, I'm glad he fucking convinced me to do that.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. Anyway, I don't know, fucking
Yeah,
kids
but
and,
like
kids and guns and shit.
Like the amount of money I spent on guns, I don't think I'd be able to like, yeah, just $1,400 just destroy it. Like no, fuck no.
Well,
I mean,
But
if
it's
$600 gun.
California. Like
So you're saying that if I buy a Zevtech
yeah.
with the sidecar that I have,
Mm-hmm.
I can't use
is that a gun, a Zevtech?
Yeah. It's the brand.
Is that Czech?
No, you're
You
thinking
sure?
of CZ. CZ's
CZ,
Czech.
yeah.
Zevtech
Shout out to
is-
Czech people. Really big fan.
Zevtech's out of Oregon, I think.
Mm.
But,
Dude, a lot of good companies out of Oregon.
Yeah. You would have to put a light on it. But
Have to?
in order to use the
Fit the
T-Rex arms
sidecar?
holsters, yeah.
Can't you get your holster custom molded to the exact spec of what you have? Like take your gun and mold it around it? I've seen that at gun
Yeah, you
shows.
can. But I wouldn't even know where to start with
I
that.
don't like
But
these things. I'm sorry.
It's all good, dude. No one.
but
I'm surprised y'all don't have fucking dip on you.
I forgot to buy it at the fucking store.
Trying to come back. Apparently, nicotine doesn't cause cancer.
Really?
It never has. It's
It's
a fucking wheezy wuzzy. My fucking grandma, my grandma smoked cigarettes for like 80 fucking years.
Yeah, dude. Actually,
She was fine.
Well, smoke inhalation isn't good for you.
My
Well,
grandpa.
no, of course not. No.
My grandpa was born in 1918.
Mm-hmm.
He's obviously dead now.
Into
but,
the wheat.
Huh?
Into the wheat.
Yeah. And he fought in World War II. He was in the army. Total badass.
Yeah.
And he smoked every day. Like, he started smoking when he was like 12, because obviously wasn't a thing.
Illegally
back then.
enlisted into the army, probably.
Bro.
Probably. But
Isn't that crazy, that
he-
old school shit?
that's awesome. He
Dude,
smoked till the day he died.
Yeah.
And I think like a week before he got admitted to the hospital, he talked to my dad. He's like, I think I need to cut back on smoking.
Yeah.
He was smoking like
As
2
a
packs
joke?
a day. No, he was being like dead serious. No pun intended on the dead part, but but he was 83 when he died. Healthy as ever.
Dude, I'm telling you, have you guys ever heard of Jack Lucas?
Mm-mm.
No. Oh, yes. I know where you're going with this. I have.
Speaking of on like, I don't know. I feel like I never know how to put it into like back in World War II, you hear all these stories, or Korea or Vietnam or whatever, one of those wars, right?
Mm-hmm.
You hear all this shit about like dudes like doing some wild shit, but then like nowadays, like even in the GWAT, like there's some famous Marines, like Gunny Tate's pretty fucking famous.
I want to
that's
try
the
and get
Don,
him
dude.
on, dude.
Gunny
He's
Tate's
the Don.
I feel
Gunny-
like he has nothing to lose, and
So cool.
if I make the right way about going about it, like contacting his corpsman to get him on, I think
I
he
have
would
him on
do it.
Instagram.
I could
no
help
big
you
deal.
out with that.
Okay.
We'll talk offline. But anyway, Jack Lucas, his fucking story is literally like how they haven't made a movie about it. Somebody in Hollywood needs to fucking find out about this guy, because this dude enlisted in the Marine Corps at 14.
I know this story.
14. Then they found out that he lied about it. So they put him they didn't kick him out. They put him as a desk job in Hawaii or something like that. And then when they were shipping out like all the fucking infantry dudes to go fight Guadalcanal and all those island hopping campaigns, he snuck onto a ship. And then when they fucking found him, they were like, well, fuck, we don't know what to do with you. You can just come fight with us. So he
Another
goes.
gun in the
I
fight.
don't, and I'm sorry if I fuck up the story, but it was one of the islands that he was on. He jumps on 2 consecutive grenades.
Oh, yeah.
He jumps on a grenade, gets blown up. Jumps on another one, gets blown up. Survives, wins the Medal of Honor, and
Not very good grenades, I would assume.
what
Shitty
maybe
grenades.
Not. Maybe not.
I'll tell you what, though. He can't buy underwear.
No,
His balls definitely don't fit.
Too big. Way too big.
Look at those balls.
But then he gets out of the Marine Corps and he's like, fuck it, I want to go airborne infantry in the Army. And
Oh,
he's
I didn't know
doing a
that.
training exercise. And he fucking jumps out of an airplane, and his fucking parachutes don't fucking, like his main one and his reserve don't fucking deploy. And he
the
fucking
irony.
falls all the way to the ground, obviously.
It
Well,
dies.
fun fact.
No,
it's
he
what?
fucking lives.
Are you kidding me?
He lives. And then he
also
gets
probably not that high of a jump. Just gonna say that too.
That'd
How
be
do you
a-
not die?
Hundreds of feet at least.
How did he
hundreds
survive?
of feet is fucking thousands of feet.
How did he not die?
I don't have no idea. But
don't
and
have
then
no
he
idea.
gets out of the army, and I don't know why his wife wanted to do this, but she hired a hitman to assassinate him. And I don't know if he killed the dude, but the dude was unsuccessful. And then like when he was like 75 or 80, like he was growing pot in his backyard or something. And somebody called the cops on him, and they showed up, and he's like, what are you going to do, arrest me? And then they fucking figured out who the fuck they were about to arrest, and they're like, all right, you can just keep the pot plants. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, that guy's
But what, like,
that's badass.
like, how many stories do you actually hear about from, like, the GWAT era like that?
No, dude.
Or
that's-
any of those fucking dudes back then that, like, just do wild shit. Like, other than, like, what's it? I don't fucking know his name. The dude that got the Navy Cross for taking that AK out of that dude's hand and beating him to death with it.
Oh, he's a Marine, right?
He's a Marine, yeah.
I don't know.
He
this.
he saw fucking he saw I'm probably botching the story, but anyway, he pretty much saw a fucking AK sticking out from like a wall or something, grabbed the AK and then beat the dude to death with it. I met that guy too.
Probably could have shot him.
Woldroff. I'm fucking this guy's name up.
Yeah.
But I met him at Goodies when I was at Boot one night, and
Good push.
yeah, I met that dude. He did a Navy Cross.
That's pretty cool. God. Hey, speaking of planes, did you guys hear what happened in Oceanside yesterday?
Mm-mm.
There's a skydiving plane that crashed right off the 76. Pilot died and one injured.
Fuck.
That sucks.
That's
And I've actually been throwing around the idea of trying to get my skydiving license, but I was like,
Have you ever seen? Do you guys watch Animal Kingdom?
No.
On Amazon Prime.
No.
Pretty good fucking show.
Is
Yeah.
it? Ooh.
Pretty fucking good show. It's based in Oceanside too.
How is that the relevance? Is that it's Oceanside? Is that what you're saying? Or how's that related to the skydive crash?
Well, you were talking about skydiving.
Yeah.
Well, they use the same like
The airstrip.
airstrip and stuff.
Okay.
And they there was a scene where they all went skydiving.
Yeah, it's
But-
pretty gnarly though.
That sucks, dude.
Yeah.
My
Big
mom
tough.
fucking skydived with me in her belly, and got blown off track and then fucking thrown into a tree.
That might explain a lot.
It could.
And that's how Rambo became a Marine.
Yeah. So you and me were texting
Yeah.
about like the podcast. And
Yeah.
you're like, dude, I see this going somewhere. And I do too.
I really, because your last episode got some good views.
Those dudes were funny, and they also
were very funny.
also self-promoted. So,
Yeah.
I don't think Weich doesn't fucking know what the internet is.
Well, he has a flip phone, so.
Yeah, and then Hobbs got out and like whatever. But those dudes were funny, and also this is gaining a speck of momentum in the spectrum, right? But we were talking about like, well, I was saying one of the guys wants to have speaking points.
Uh-huh.
And I try and listen
Yeah.
to him, and the things he says aren't bad, Cornelius, but I want this to be as open as possible.
I
And
like
what I
this, though.
think, I was saying people can talk shit, people
Yeah.
can whatever, and people can talk positively. And what I find cool about y'all both have re-enlisted, and something that stuck with me that you said is like the Marine Corps still fucking there's cool shit about it, man.
There really
like,
is.
There's something about being squared away, or being squared away in the right way, being salty but still
Not
fucking
being a douche.
not being a douche, and
Yeah.
like having fucking bleach white camis, but still like squared away in like history of motherfuckers. It's crazy. Like, I hate saying like, and I'm drinking, but it's crazy to think about our generation and the old generation where World War II dudes
Yeah.
were killing themselves because they were denied enlistment into the Army, into the Marine Corps.
Dude, now people don't even want to enlist. They don't. Like,
Anyway, I just wanted to
going back on track.
talk about that. Like, there's cool shit about this. There's cool shit about uniformity and the way it works,
Yeah.
and cool fucking people. Fucking first sergeant hoteling, dude. Like,
Yeah, he's my. They were.
Oh, is he
I
the
didn't
guest
mean-
of
I
honor?
didn't mean to cut you off or anything, but he. They were like, who do you guys want to be? Because we're gonna do the same dude for mess night and our graduation.
Nice.
And they were like, fucking Sergeant Major Anderson or whoever the fuck it is over at fucking and I guess he's a cool dude, and I don't fucking know the guy, but I was like, I don't want to like another fucking Sergeant Major coming to talk to us about like fucking, and I was like, look,
You want
like,
the
fucking
hoteling.
First Sergeant hoteling is a fucking bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, this dude knows what he's fucking talking about. He's like a walking publication on
so fucking
anything
smart.
that you could
Destined
ever
to be a
fucking
gunner.
know.
He really is.
And he should be a fucking gunner
well,
because he would have great positive fucking influence on the Marine Corps infantry.
tattoo policy, full sleeves.
Oh, yeah, he's good now.
First sergeant talked to him recently. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going now."
Nice.
I'm like, "Fuck yeah, dude."
Yeah, so he's going to be our mess night speaker and our honor grad.
Quick, what time is your graduation?
Dude, I don't know.
Let me know, because I have a late schedule on Friday. Like, I start late, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll get
If
it
it's
to
in the
you, though.
morning.
But yeah, he's going to be our, and I was like, look, this dude's fucking honor grad at AMGC. He was a fucking instructor at AMGC. Like, the dude's a fucking pipe hitter. And I was like, my point was like, he just picked up first sergeant.
Yeah.
And I was like, the guy's still like still with the boys. Like he's
Yeah.
still a fucking.
He really was. He
this
still is,
dude's
yeah.
still a fucking pipe hitter. Like,
With the shit.
and he doesn't give a fuck. He's I told him because they had Gunny Tate as their mess night the last class. And I guess he kind of went off the rails a little bit.
He's a
but
wild
everybody's
boy.
drinking and stuff, you know. So you can expect. I was like, this dude's like Gunny Tate if he was just like, how do I put it? Like, they're like in the same mindset, right? They just portray things differently.
Can I just say that this, and I said it probably got talked over. Gunny Tate's a wild man,
Oh yeah.
right? But First Sergeant Hoteling is like
Methodically
he's
wild.
with the shit, and he's also methodic. Like he's going to give a speech that is going to
Oh yeah. It's gonna
Hit the-
captivate and
Dude, I'm fucking pumped to see him.
hit the heart
that'd be
drums.
cool,
you know?
man.
I don't know what happened with all the fucking T-shirts and shit because like all the fucking
yeah.
seniors.
Let's
some of-
go unnamed at this part because I don't want to name names on something like this. But apparently, a certain gunnery sergeant was in a meeting with a first sergeant in front of a sergeant major, and a certain gunnery sergeant grabbed the collar of a first sergeant and pushed him against a wall, and that was a bit of the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah,
Was
for
I,
sure.
Was I gone for this already?
No,
This was
it
all
on
closed
deployment.
doors. You know, certain gunny came back
Oh.
early with the
Oh.
caskets.
Yep.
Certain first sergeant was typing angry emails.
That first sergeant's a fucking retard, though.
Yeah, dude. I don't think there's
Is
one.
it, no,
Someone that might have a rake and go out and plow crops.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's better. That's alluding better to what I was about to say. Because if I would have said that, it would have been a dead giveaway from
The one
last
interaction I
episode.
had with this first sergeant, he was cool with me. He put me on house hunting leave. He's like, "You rate that shit?"
I don't like him.
Every interaction I heard about him, he was a motard and talking,
Not for the right reasons.
talking to staff sergeants about how they're not allowed to wear a hat in a gym on deployment. And yeah,
I remember that one. Yeah, that's what I was I think that I kind of was alluding to with like dudes that like are just absolute savages, right? That know their shit, you know? But that's like the cool thing I think about Gunny Tate. And I'm not going to act like I'm like, I know Gunny Tate and like I would be able to call him right now and be like,
The head.
you know, everything.
Yeah.
Or hang out with him or whatever. But like the cool thing is he is like as smart as he is and all the shit that he has done in the fucking Marine Corps, the dude's still like he's super humble and like if you
So nice.
he's like not the dude that like if he doesn't know something, like he's not afraid to like
Yeah.
if it's a fucking sergeant that, you know, tells him or not tells him something but like teaches him something, he's not gonna be like all butthurt about it, like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know? And I hate dudes that are like that.
Well, I talked about it with like I think Hobbs and Weich about the optics of certain E8s, E9s, E7s, and the optics of someone that is visibly correcting people on uniforms and haircuts, right?
Oh yeah.
That is a measurable thing. And then say you have a certain awesome first sergeant who knows their fucking job, will say things a little randy, you know, a little
Randingo.
to the point, a little quicker than the political side of the Marine Corps likes.
Yeah.
And they're not looked on as well as the other I believe that. I don't know if that's a true thing. I know people would be able to speak to that are in those ranks. But I see sergeant majors' talking points are squared away uniforms, boot blouses, rolled sleeves, fucking haircuts. And I know my first sergeant gives me that input back, and I see that his corrections he makes, I don't think it's actually his thing.
Yeah. It kind of like
But
his hand is forced.
it's the culture of our sergeant major that's his thing.
Is he still there?
New guy, new sergeant major, his thing. And as the promotion gets more detailed and gets bigger, that is what they're looking for in that.
It's what's the word I'm looking for? It's a measurable, tangible thing. It's a tangible thing that you can see that they can notice. Like, oh,
Are we saying that like he's a faggot for that?
No, I'm not saying that. It's
Because I will say though that like like I don't. Maybe it sound gay to some people, but like I will say on like a note of like having a squared away uniform and shit. Like I'm all about that. I'm all about like the same thing, and I know fucking Weldon's a big proponent of this, and I probably learned it from him. But like when like if you're in garrison, like
don't look like a bag of ass.
Like because it's always like this. Like dudes will be like. Dudes will be like, look at that fucking dude. He fucking is a shitbag. But they'll be like on the same fucking track as this fucking guy.
Right.
And he's walking around like, and I'm not saying my sleeves are fucking up into my armpits high and tight all the time. But like, I also like I have like a set of fucking field camis and I have a set of garrison camis. And my garrison camis don't go to the field. Yeah. And my field camis do not go into garrison. Because also like, I know, at least in my mind, like this is how I think, like, I'm like the whole fucking I'm a whole buy-in of the whole fucking picture of being a Marine. Yeah. Like because dudes look different. Like we don't look like we look a lot different from every other military branch. Yeah. And I think that's what like does separate us because we do care so much. Like,
that's what I was gonna say.
Most
like
motherfuckers care.
Like look at the Army when we were in Kuwait. God, dude, they drove me nuts. Like,
yeah, but that's the thing though. Like
so disgusting.
Fucking like our junior Marines were like.
Montoya, like always name dropping, Montoya.
Like, always fucking looking at the fucking Army and like they talk shit just because it's cool to talk shit about the Army. But like you suck. Montoya fucking sucks. And like fucking Mansfield and all those dudes fucking suck. Like nothing.
I do believe that's why boots are going to AMGC.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no shit.
Because it's fucking, like you said, it's a cool thing to do.
Oh, my God. It's like the Goons Up bullshit.
Oh, God.
Dude's
I like Goons Up, and I've been following the dude for...
But I will say, though, that fucking
when he
dude...
first started.
But I will say, that fucking dude, that fucking knowledge that he has, that he sells for like fucking $75 is like... Some of that shit's not correct.
It's outdated.
It's outdated.
Outdated information.
He still goes off the 3-TAC-15. It's not the 3-TAC-15 anymore.
3-TAC-01 Charlie.
Yeah, there we go. We getting some real over the head shit. I want to go back to uniforms. I'm about it. My sleeves look good enough.
Yeah.
And I know corpsmen have atrocious sleeves.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're already in there.
My shit looks good. Like I'm all about being unimpeachable. You do all the right things, and if you're slightly, that's slightly. If you have a low fade, but it's in regs, don't tell that dude to go get a haircut.
Yeah.
If you have your sleeves rolled and your camis are a little faded, that's fine for me. The thing I see at Horno, I don't know if it's Horno specific, but dudes wearing like straight up. They have bleach fucking camis and they're
giant holes,
or they have a patch. It's just like that's not a salty thing. You look like shit, dude.
You look like a dumbass. This is your uniform.
Yeah.
Right. This is like your work.
Your
uniform.
representation.
Like the thing is like I don't like you said the salty part or somebody said salty, but like could you imagine like being in a fucking a civilian job, right?
Having a tattered
where you
suit.
have to wear something fucking at least presentable, right? Like not board shorts and a fucking hoodie,
right?
And you show up and you got fucking holes or like it's all like your shit's all blown out like a fucking abortion.
And be like, yeah, I've been in business for 10 years. So that's
people would look at you and be like, no, I don't fucking respect this guy, just off his appearance. And I do the same fucking thing with Marines. Like if a Marine if he walks in somewhere like these fucking Lance Corporals or something that fucking have like the longest hair you could ever imagine, and then their camis are all fucked up.
Like on the hair thing, obviously, like I love my hair. I love having long hair.
Love it.
But comb it. If you're at work, comb your hair.
Put some gel in it.
A lot of these kids that went to Edson Range that came from 2-1. Oh my God, dude, they think they're so salty. Diaz is actually he's doing well. He's actually
Oh my God, yeah, but it's one thing. Yeah, but it's but it's one thing for you though to go to Edson Range because you've been in the fleet. You were in the fleet for like 7.5 fucking years, and now you just need a break. Yeah. It's how much like the Craig kid.
Craig's actually he's actually a really good kid. I actually really like him,
but
and he's
still
very
like
smart.
Bro, you did one fucking deployment and then you go to Edson
in that
Range.
Aspect,
what kind of faggotry is that?
Going back to the hair real quick, like a lot of these dudes have like super like long obnoxious hair, and they don't comb it.
Right.
I'm like, dude, like, and mind you, like going back to the parents thing, like the recruits, we're the first Marines that they see that aren't yelling at them and like they're drill instructors. So like I've gotten asked like, well, like why do you have low boot blastings? I explain to them what the boot blastings are for. They're like, oh, like why is your hair so long? I'm like, because I like my hair long. But I'm like, I'm presentable. I put product in my hair every day during the week because, you know, it's the image that I'm portraying in front of these kids that is like clicked in their head when they first enlisted. Like, oh, like that's a Marine.
Yeah.
And
sorry.
And like my senior always preached to me is like machine guns and uniforms is like the two things that matter. Is like have a presentable, you know, uniform and be good at your job. And I've kind of tried to abide by that.
Yeah,
like,
Weldon did that for me too.
Yeah.
He helped me out with that a lot. Or not help me out, but that was like a big proponent of his. But I will say though that speaking on like when you were talking about being in front of recruits, we did a PT on Wednesday. They called it like the Chiefs PT or whatever the fuck. And
did you say Chiefs PT?
yes, Chiefs.
Like
How the fuck does that make sense?
I have no fucking
the
idea.
chief instructor.
But anyway, it was you guys know in SOI, right, where the parking garage is by the armory?
Yeah.
Do you know?
No, that's new shit.
Hey, hold on.
Yeah,
Hey,
sorry.
Pause, stairs, and camera. Back in my core.
I just want to say I love how Navy jargon makes it into the Marine Corps as a whole every once in a while.
It does.
It's just like
What are you talking about?
Shipmate. Hello.
Oh, yeah.
no
Part of the ship,
Chiefs,
part of
like,
the crew?
like Chiefs, like certain jargon straight up from the Navy, and I understand Department of the Navy, and I did research on this.
Ooh,
But it's this weird like when the fuck is ever? It's like commanders, like it should be commanders PT, not Chiefs PT. Like I don't know. Fuck. I digress. Please go on with your story.
We did
solid word.
So
I love it.
he'll know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about, but I guess you will not. But we started off at the pull-up bars, right? And then so you do 100 pull-ups as a squad.
Oh,
as a squad.
collectively.
Yeah, collectively.
that's-
So
How many are in a squad?
there's 4 of us because we have the smallest squad.
25 pull-ups, easy
tough.
day.
Yeah, it's different when you got to do it multiple rounds.
Ooh.
So we anyway, so it's 100 pull-ups per squad, 10 burpees, and then we went towards the armory, banged the left, and then went up behind on that little goat trail.
Yeah, the goat trail that
to
goes
the,
up to the 210 series
up
ranges.
No. There's a goat trail that goes up to the tower.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Anyway, my point is we did that a shit ton of times. And we were fucking blown. My back was blown out.
Ooh, sounds
because
like a casual Saturday night.
Fucking, it was off the Memorial Day weekend, and last weekend I got fucked up every single fucking day. From like sunrise to sunset, I was fucked up.
Fucked up physically by PT or fucked up because you...
No, like on the Memorial Day weekend because I was drinking.
Bush lattes?
Sick
Yeah,
invite.
so many bush lattes. And anyway, my point was when you were talking about going in front of the recruits,
Yeah.
when we were walking down, we were about to go across the parade deck in SOI, and there was
all the
like
studs were
a
watching.
fucking dumb amount of fucking MCT students out there. And I like stopped, redid my boot blastings, you know, and then tucked in my fucking shirt, even though I'm all sweaty and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to look like a fucking bag of ass in front of these fucking MCT
dude.
motherfuckers thinking that they rate to fucking say anything to me about my uniform. But there was a fucking sergeant that like in our KISS class that like didn't do anything. Like he like had one fucking
Shirt
boot
untucked.
blousing fucking undone. He had his shirt untucked. He looked like, I was like, look, brother. Like before we even got close to him, I was like, look, brother, you gotta fucking fix yourself right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
fix
of course.
yourself right now before you fucking walk in front of these students, and then they think that it's like cool, or they don't think that it's cool, and then they fucking say something to you.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
You know,
funny.
because then you're gonna get called out by a fucking PFC or private,
And he's
you're
right.
not gonna be happy when he's right.
Yeah.
and you're gonna have to either fucking eat it like a man, which you're probably not gonna do, or you're gonna fucking have to torch this kid. But he's right.
Yeah.
You know. He's like, what the fuck? And I was like,
I think appearance has a lot, like, appearance, you know, they say first impressions are the lasting impression, where the fuck the quote is, but I was at Panda Express a couple weeks ago.
Ooh, nice name drop.
Thanks.
Humble brag.
Hey, shameless plug.
Yeah.
But
Not sponsored by Panda Express.
yet. But I was sitting there eating, and I was with my brother, and dude, this dude walks in, fat as fuck, huge. I was like, "There's no way." And it was kind of messed up because I was like, "He's probably in the Navy."
He has a fade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I turn around.
Hey, dude, you can fucking send it on the Navy, brother. You know my origins.
Yeah, that's facts. You know what? Fuck you, Fat Corman.
Yeah.
Get in shape. But I look at his collar. He's a corporal, and he's like getting like 2 plates of food. And I was telling my brother, I'm like, this man really thinks he needs to be getting this food right now. Like, you're a corporal of Marines.
What you? Oh, you're on base, Panda.
Yeah, this was
okay.
on the main side.
Fucking
And
confused.
huge. Like, I'm not trying to over exaggerate, but like this guy was monstrous. Like, I was like, and that it actually enraged me.
Yeah.
I was like, you're an NCO for one. 2, you're bursting out of your camis. Like, what are you doing, man? Go to the gym.
Bro, I call motherfuckers out like that all the time.
Well, there's this
If
whole
I see a fat bitch
I don't want to do it at the
in
Panda
his
Express.
uniform, I'm fucking calling them out.
there's this whole thing. You are ruthless, by the way.
You are.
I
That's
love
great.
that about you. And we'll get into.
I love
Quick-
doing that
Quick
shit,
sidebar.
dude.
Where's your bathroom?
Okay. Just go out to the left. It's literally behind
What a
this wall.
bitch.
Hey, man.
Fucking
You gotta take
small
those
ass
headphones
bladder.
off. Don't
I got to rock
Yeah, don't
one.
walk away with the headphones on,
don't
okay?
don't take the whole rig with you.
Cost money.
It does. This was.
This is sick, though.
Thanks, man. I appreciate
it's fucking
it.
cool, dude. Like, I didn't real. Oh, well, actually, I knew that you had the cameras, but I didn't. For some reason, I didn't think that it was set up like this.
Yeah, you can never. I want to go on Joe Rogan one day. Just a dream, and just not to be on Joe Rogan, but to look at their equipment and how they do it. You know what I'm saying?
We can jump into the topic when he gets back. But were you talking? Was that like a hit on the Kristen Beck thing? Yeah.
Dude, good
Cool dude.
podcast.
Cool dude or cool girl.
Person. I refer to person because I don't know. I'm not too into that. I will definitely.
You mean the pronouns?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't do it.
It's
I can't do it. And I thought this was funny, and you probably get a kick out of it. When I was in starting school, like I haven't written a fucking essay in who knows fucking how long.
Yeah.
And like my essays were like they were good because like my squad advisor helped us out, but like my grammar and all that kind of shit was fucked up, and I was like, look, like if I can't even fucking write an essay, like a 500-word essay or 250-word essay on whatever, like how am I supposed to remember all these fucking different pronouns?
Right.
And like that's my point. Like why can't I just call them by whatever? Like because it's also not fucking proper grammar to call somebody them.
Well, I'll speak to this with boots. When someone boot checks someone and they're like, "Oh, aren't you supposed to be like, it's I corporal, or you're supposed to inject corporal or sergeant or whatever?" And I remember when I was a corporal, or I was a lance corporal, senior lance corporal, not a fucking thing, but kind of, they're on backwards. And it's not proper grammar. Look at the left and the right on the sides. I marked it.
When you're right, you're right.
Yeah. I just remember, so I don't say, for example, well, Cameron, I went to the bathroom, Cameron, and I came back, Cameron, and now I'm grabbing for a beer, Cameron. What I say is, I went to the bathroom, I sat back down, I put my headphones on wrong, and now I grabbed a beer.
Yes, I did.
If you want to be kind of proper with that, you would end the whole sentence with "ma'am" or "sir." But when you're talking to someone, you're not talking that way. And I've seen it. I've been in that position where I get boot checked because I don't say gunnery sergeant or something like that. And it's like, and they're waiting for it. They're like, "I know I'm a fucking gunnery sergeant." I was like, that's not proper English to speak that way. Well, corporal, I went to the bathroom, corporal, no. Or you leave all that out and you tell your story, and at the end you have to say their rank.
It's kind of weird.
Well, those guys are real cucks that
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah. And when I had boots, I was like, "Look, dude, you don't have to end every sentence with my rank.
Yeah.
If you've addressed me already," and I remember this being really cool with my gunny in 1-7, he didn't like proper greetings of the day. He was a former DI. He was Yeah. My senior line told me, he's like, he actually doesn't like that. And you get to know people and how they work. That just bothers me.
I do though do the whole proper greeting of the day thing.
Yeah,
but I
Proper
will
greeting
say,
is
same.
but I will say though that it annoys the fuck out of me that if you give the like, and I'll go both ways, right? Like, it doesn't really matter to me like what the rank is. Like, if I see a group of dudes, I say like, hey, what good morning, gentlemen, regardless. Like,
Yeah.
And if it turns out that they're a bunch of fucking PFCs, like, I'm like, well, okay, I said fucking good morning to them.
Yeah.
You know? But I will say, though, that it's the most infuriating thing that I deal with when you're walking around and it's like a fucking gunny or a staff sergeant and you say good morning to them and they don't fucking say a thing back.
Yeah.
I fucking stopped
that.
dudes. I've stopped, now I don't do this every single time.
Right.
But, like, I've fucking stopped the staff sergeant in SOI and been like, like, after I say good morning, he doesn't say a fucking thing to me. And I'm like, hey, staff sergeant, I said good morning to you. I'd appreciate it if you gave me, you reciprocated
The proper greeting of the day.
because it's just fucked up. And it's not even like a military thing. This is like a good thing to do.
Manners.
It's like,
It is manners.
have proper manners, motherfucker. Did you grow up in where they don't do proper manners?
I was in
I don't know where people don't do proper manners, but did you grow up there?
I was in New Braunfels, Texas, with my wife and her brother.
Mm-hmm.
We're walking around the downtown, and my wife and her brother are from Czech Republic,
Yeah.
a very cold place. Not like weather-wise, like
As far as like.
prior communist Czech Republic.
Yeah.
And he has bought in fully. He wears a hat,
Hell yeah.
and he's walking. He's not like, howdy, ma'am, tipping his hat, but everybody he walks past,
Yeah, just
Good morning.
Good afternoon. Yeah.
good morning, how are you?
I do
Good,
that
yourself.
shit.
And it's such a polite thing to
And
deal
yeah,
with.
The thing with that is like I got a call from the hospital yesterday about my shoulder. What have you?
Orion?
Huh?
Orion?
What was
You
that?
guys getting those calls? I'm sorry. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
I get those. The mental health people.
Bro, I get them
Are
in
you-
the worst times. Dude. I get them in the worst
Are
times.
your mental health needs being
Well, it was
taken
for my
care of?
shoulder, but
Right.
she's like, "Hey, it's so and so." I was like, I'm like, "Good afternoon." I'm like, "How are you doing?" And like it caught, you could tell it caught her off guard. She's like, "I'm doing well, thank you for asking." I was like it,
Right.
It's just a nice
the normal
thing to do.
thing.
It's called customs and courtesies
Yeah.
for a reason. It's not to be a dick.
Yeah.
It's to address people as humans. I don't know if it's a Camp Horno thing because I'm a 29 Palms Marine, and then I never spent any time besides the dunk tank in Camp Pendleton
Yeah,
and SOI. And, you're just... I was a boot in both. And it's
walking
just,
around with a camelback.
Right. Right. And it's just such a easy, polite thing. And it's the same thing as an officer. I salute you. You salute me back. I say good morning. And I'm a fucking corpsman now. It doesn't fucking matter. And one of my gunnies told me this. He's like, you can just say good morning.
Yeah,
I don't need you to say good morning, gunnery sergeant. This shit is hard to see in
Yeah.
woodland camis.
It
Yeah, I do
is.
that shit all the time.
And that's
Yeah.
what I do. I like to play it safe. I'll just give the
Yeah, I'll
good
just say
morning, good afternoon, because trying to tell if it's a sergeant major or a master. Gun.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's,
know.
it's too much shit on the collar. It's like, God bless.
Yeah, I just say good morning.
I don't think I've ever had an issue with good morning.
No.
I've had an issue with a guy. I was talking to one of my buddies from 17 that saw the podcast, and it was this real prickhead staff sergeant from Motor T in 17, and he was always about like haircuts and talking about drill instructors
Be a
shave their
great sergeant
head.
major one day.
What I think so, man. And talking about drill instructors, they don't have time to get fades, so they shave their head. That's the commitment they have. And like, well, obviously this dude's a drill instructor. No,
Yeah.
he wasn't. He was just a
Really?
really weird guy. And one time it was me or someone else walking past him, said, "Oorah, Staff Sergeant." And he goes, "How about you start with good morning, Staff Sergeant, and then once we
Established.
establish,
A rapport.
then you can give me an oorah."
Is he a staff sergeant?
Yeah,
Yeah, I would fucking shit.
Dude, so the things with like drill instructors, like they're not that bad. Like
they're just drinking the sauce while they're in the school.
they have to, like, because I deal with them on a daily basis, and they're actually really cool for the most part. I'm not gonna say all of them, but
I did see as a recruit, there was a sergeant talking to my DI. What are they called? The senior DI?
Yeah, it's your drill instructor.
Senior drill instructor. And it was a sergeant, and he was briefing how this class was going to work. We were in a assembly or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember very clearly that my senior DI was just like, I know we're fucking staff sergeants, and you're a sergeant.
Oh,
and you
God.
can just see this sergeant, like, bite his tongue for a second. Apologies, staff sergeant. And he goes on and was just like, dude, that's not cool,
So
man.
when I talk to him, like, if it's the senior drill instructor, because they wear the black leather belt, and
Right.
I'll typically address them by just senior. But it's funny because they'll come up on the stage where I'm teaching, and we're just, bullshitting back and forth, and the recruits are just sitting there like he's actually a human.
Yeah.
He's like, this is his job. He has to be like this to
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah, I definitely could not be that angry all the time
No,
or
dude.
act that angry because I'm not like an angry dude.
I tell all the recruits, I'm like, look, I'm
Right.
wearing the silly sombrero. That's what I call the campaign cover. I'm like, but I'm not a drill instructor.
Are you,
I'm like,
you're wearing the hat?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. You got a Smokey and the Bear?
I do.
I remember what is your title?
PMI, primary marksmanship instructor.
I remember
That's pretty
our
sick.
PMI was
You
cool.
got the. Sorry.
I remember our PMI was cool. And then we're on the shooting line.
Uh-huh.
And I said something out of,
Context.
not out of context, but, quickly. And it wasn't like gunny. That was another correction I had in boot camp. But I said something, and he just, looked at me. He's like, gunnery sergeant. I'm like,
The PMI did that?
yeah, I was just dropping rank,
Ah.
I was just saying last name, Hinder, and he's just like, hey, man, I know I'm cool, but,
Yeah, you
don't
do.
be too fucking cool.
So, yeah, that's kind of like the fine line because I'll bullshit with the kids. Because, I like you said, I can't be angry all the time. Like, when they actually legitimately do piss me off and, they do something unsafe, then, I'll get on them. But, I'll sit there and have conversations with them. At the end of the week, during grass week, I always take, 20 minutes. I'm like, all right, ask whatever you want.
Do you have that cool-ass jacket?
I do.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
get
what
to,
I was going to
Do you
ask.
get to keep that? Did you pay for that and you get to keep it? Or
No,
is that,
it's issued.
You got to steal one of those. That
But-
thing's sick.
Dude, can I?
That was the coolest thing. The
so cool,
campaign cover can fuck itself.
Yeah. Silly
thing's-
sombrero.
The jacket's cool.
That thing looks starch as fuck, the campaign cover. Does
Yeah.
that hurt your fucking forehead?
It does.
Yeah.
And it gives me really bad acne on my forehead
Jesus
because
Christ. All the product you're
we
sweating
have
into
to
it.
wear it. We got
Oh,
our,
you have to.
yeah, they got on our asses. Do you remember the circles where you snap in?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I'm in the circles, I don't wear it, and when I'm
Talking about
teaching, I don't wear it. The hat.
No, I'm talking about the circles isn't the big ass oil drums.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
do remember that.
Like
It was
we.
only at Reveille.
They're yeah, all the PMIs have to start wearing their campaign covers when they're in the circles when they're not actively teaching. I was like, that hurts my head, man. It's not comfortable.
Hurts my head. Hurts my brain box.
Like
dude.
we still have to wear it even if we're not wearing the jacket
Yeah.
because that's how they differentiate if you're a PMI or not.
Yeah.
Which is cool. It's kind of like a status symbol, and they're on Edson Range. If
They're
you're
cool. They're a different color though, right?
No, they're the same ones.
Really?
Then the jacket. I will say the jackets are pretty cool. It sounds kind of nerdy,
Jackets, too. What about those dudes wearing the safari hats?
but they are coaches, so they're just
Right.
Yeah, which I
But
have.
those
a
things
safari
look
hat.
silly as fuck.
Yeah, they're silly, dude, and they're
Those things
plastic,
are dumb.
and they're actually made in Hollywood, Florida.
Hollywood,
Florida.
Florida.
Never been.
Shout out.
That's
Yeah.
where the gator sauce is made too.
What's gator sauce?
It's so good.
Is it?
I'll get you some, bro. It's a little spicy, but it's not too much. It's the best sauce I got.
Are you guys gonna be available here in I know it's a little far out, but maybe 3-4 weeks?
Bro, I got
So-
combine circuit school.
You're graduating on Friday.
I gotta get an eye kick. What
Oh,
are we
that's
doing?
right. I'm throwing a housewarming party.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I'm gonna get hammered.
yeah.
Do you
okay.
have dogs and cats?
Oh,
I
I'll
have
warm
one
up that
dog.
house. I'll warm up that house.
But
quick.
she's probably gonna stay in her kennel because she's too energetic for people. For
My
new
boy is
people.
allergic, but I'll see if my wife wants to start coming to shit.
Okay.
And we'll
Yeah.
see
No,
if we
by all
can get
means.
the babysitter.
I'm trying to get my wife already gave me the go ahead. I know it's kind of silly to say that,
It's
but
a real thing.
yeah, she's like, yeah, once we get settled in, she's like, you can buy a smoker, so I'm gonna need help with
Yeah,
the-
man. We're
No,
grilling.
Smoke-
it.
I'm
smoking
telling
the
you what.
meats.
I'm telling you, bro.
I want to get the one that you have. To
Oh,
be
yeah,
honest.
you got to.
We're
It's a
grilling
game
after
changer,
this.
bro. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
we
I
got
need to go to the
I
commissary
bought
after
the meats.
this. You bought the meats?
I bought the meats.
I feel like
1 second.
Piece of shit.
We're
coming
grilling after this, right? Because
Yeah.
we've been talking about steaks for a while now.
Yeah,
but
it's deployment.
I don't have a very good grill.
That's
I can do a goddamn good steak, but I'm jealous of your grill. I just
so-
don't.
Yeah, I
have,
don't know why you don't have a better
I
grill.
just don't have $700 to drop.
It
on a
wasn't
grill.
$700, bro.
Dude, go to
It's
Costco.
500.
Where'd you get yours?
What grill do you have?
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
Masterbuilt gravity charcoal smoker.
How much is that?
The one I have is like $500.
Is it like a Traeger type knockoff fucking piece of shit?
No, it's charcoal.
Okay. I'm not into charcoal, man.
In
It's-
what way?
How often do you have to clean that motherfucker? How long?
I don't clean it.
Oh, well, because the one that you have,
It's
like,
a gravity
it catches
charcoal smoker. It's a gravity one. So it doesn't. Now, I wasn't a big fan of the charcoal grill that I had in my old apartment because it's like the basic one where like the grills are right here or the whatever.
Did you move?
I'm talking about like back in the day.
Oh, okay.
And then you put the charcoals under it, and then you gotta get them hot and shit. My one it's like a literal.
It's kids.
Okay.
It's kids. My kids are doing nap time or attempting to.
Mine has a fucking tube, basically. You just dump the charcoal in it, and then underneath, you fucking put
the kindling
or whatever, and then light it, shut the door, and then there's a basket. So as that charcoal burns and fucking gets smaller and shit, it just falls into the basket. So all I got to do is open it up, and then take the basket out.
You said your shit
Nice.
gets to 700 degrees in 15 minutes?
13.
Damn, dude.
13
I leave
minutes.
my grill on for like
500 bones, and it can be yours.
13,
I know.
13 minutes. It's so nice.
I got a
dude.
nice backyard, dude.
It's got the Bluetooth. It's got
it comes with wheels and a stand and all that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
I think that's probably the one I'm going to get because
Dude, it's
really
so
nice.
fucking nice, man. It's so easy too, because all you do is plug it in. If there's charcoal in there, you're good. Then you just put the Kindle in there. You set it to on the little like pad, little touchpad. You set it to whatever degrees you want, and then boom, you just fucking light it. It'll fucking make a little noise once it gets to the temperature you want, and then we're good.
Let's get all horned up and talk about steaks. What I'm about to do and see if you're okay
You
with
got a
it.
sous vide?
I do have a sous vide. I don't use it.
Time consuming, isn't it?
No,
Really?
not really.
I don't have a vacuum bag sealer.
Ooh.
I have this hand fucking pump, and then I bought something on Amazon. And it's janky as
Science.
fuck, dude. My parents have a fucking drug smuggling vacuum
That's
sealer.
what my dad has.
Right? So, as of recent, I did the carnivore for 3 months. I'm not strict on it right now, but primarily I eat meat.
Yeah.
I had pizza last night. It was delicious.
Mm.
But
Pizza port.
I did have pizza port. We had it going away. I had 2 slices. It wasn't, dude.
Not that good. I've never been.
TJ's wood fired, man.
Where's that?
It's San Clemente up by Trader Joe's,
Oh, by the gym?
by the closed down movie theater.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Trader Joe's in San Clemente.
Yeah, there's it's by the Crunch.
Sprouts.
The Crunch gym.
That's more like.
It's
San
like going
Clemente.
towards what's that next city over San Clemente?
There
Dana
might be a
Point.
Dana Point. There might be a possibility is not technically San Clemente, but I'm not too geographically inclined.
That's okay. I think I know what you're talking about. It's by a GameStop.
I failed geometry and
How about
Fuck if I know, dude.
I bought a fucking controller there one time.
It's the
What
other.
what do you want to do with the steak?
This is how I do my steak. All right, I do olive oil, pink salt,
Himalayan salt,
pink Himalayan organic, ethically grown,
non-GMO.
sourced, and then I do garlic powder. I was doing onion powder. I don't do onion powder because I'm out, and also just really it's kind of the same.
Fuck, you should
if
have
I
told me I
don't.
would have brought my own.
And then I have a pepper mill, automatic pepper mill, because I spend. I was doing it, fucking
Getting the forearm workout in.
dude, fuck. So I got an automatic pepper mill. Do that. Throw it on the grill side. Have a skillet side. I love it, dude.
That sounds good.
What do you do?
So what I have been doing lately is I spend a bunch of money on a thermometer that you put into the meat.
Oh, the Bluetooth or the Bluetooth one?
No, it's not Bluetooth, but I spent a bunch of money on it, but then I also bought an instant read thermometer. So I'll take so I'll start off by putting the grill to like 450 usually or whatever. It doesn't really fucking matter. And then I'll throw the steak on, and it usually comes out, and then when I put it on, it's at like 50 degrees or something. So like when it gets to 80, I'll flip it, and then once it hits 105, my little timer or my little thing will go off. And then I'll take it off. I'll put some tinfoil on it just so it doesn't get cold or anything. Put it inside, and then I'll jump the grill to 700, and then I have a cast iron in the grill the whole time. The whole time I have a cast iron in there. And then what I've been doing is waiting until it gets to about 700, give it plus a couple minutes, and then I'll take the steak and butter, bacon grease, and then sometimes I'll put garlic in there because
you got that bacon grease from me, didn't you?
The bacon grease is fucking the bacon grease is fire.
Give me my accolades. You got that from me, didn't you?
No, yeah.
Trademark.
I'm not holding that one against you.
Right.
When you told me that, I was like, all right, I'll try it. And I just have I just have a mason jar full of bacon grease. So I'll just take globs of that, and then I have a special oil that I use. It's not like
olive.
No, no, it's not. And then I'll throw the oil on there, and then I'll put the steak down, and then I'll throw the bacon grease in, and I'll go about 30 seconds on one side, and then the second side, and then once I do both sides, then I'll throw a hefty amount of butter in there and baste. I'll put it on its side and I'll like literally just throw the butter up onto the steak.
That's the Gordon Ramsay way.
Yeah, I'll throw the butter up onto the steak, so it's not like on it, but like I just throw it up. But like I'm just trying to get it to stick, you know. And then I do that, you know, for like maybe 30 seconds, just continuously doing this, and then I'll take it off. I don't put butter on it like a lot of people do.
I do
because I have so much on it already. And then let it sit for. I do 5 minutes and then cut it.
Speaking.
But you my God. I fucking should have got some fucking Peter Luger sauce is a game changer.
I've heard of this.
Oh my God, Peter Luger sauce.
Who's Peter and why does this?
I feel like the Joe Rogan has talked about
Peter
this.
Luger sauce is a fucking game changer. Because I don't like A1. I think it ruins steaks.
Not good.
It's not good. It's like weird tasting. But Peter Luger, brother, if you're like cooking steaks all the time, like Peter Luger's some fire shit.
Speaking of steak, we went camping a couple weeks ago at Joshua Tree. Actually.
Humble brag. Damn, dude, all the way out there.
Super fun.
I've never seen the allure.
Really?
To go into Joshua Tree.
Well, we didn't go into Joshua Tree proper. We found a trail that was like in the outer lands.
Yeah.
Like a lot of crackheads out there.
Yeah, so I was stationed there for
fucking
20 years, and I'm getting kind of drunk. And
I love it.
My buddies were like, yeah, dude, we went and rented a campsite and went to Joshua Tree. I was like, dude, it's the same shit as the fucking desert we're in right now.
We were glamping. Well, they were. I slept under the stars, but my buddy made steak out there. It's super fucking good. Apparently, allegedly, I don't know how true it is. He has a degree in
steak.
No, in the culinary arts.
Yeah.
But super good.
I can speak to that culinary arts shit a little bit.
Yeah.
I
enjoy cooking. I love it.
So here's my thing. I cook at the highest temperature possible. All that thing you did about switching back and forth, dude. I get my grill as hot as possible. I cook it on each side for 6 minutes if I remember to start my timer on my watch. And I don't know. My nephew kind of grew up as like the seventh son of my dad. Like he spent a lot of time at my dad's house and he talked about it. My dad passed away. He talked about it at his funeral at the eulogy kind of, but it was like it was the after party, the after gathering, and like we all spoke. And he got into cooking, and he's in Chicago. God bless him. Please be safe. He's in Chicago, and I was like, oh, dude, are you going to go to culinary art school? He's like, dude, you really don't need that shit.
It's just like tattooing. It's a trade craft that you just learn on the job.
He is at a great restaurant where I talked to him about it, and he was just talking about the head chef, whatever it was, is really into him experimenting and fucking with the menu and doing these different things, and really gives him that room, freedom to do shit. Culinary art schools for people that are very novice, that don't know the right temperature to cook eggs. And Matty Matheson, no, it was some dude on Joe Rogan, was talking about he was in culinary art school and he had this opportunity to go to this renowned like French Laundry, whatever, and cook and be a part of it. And he had to miss like an egg cooking class because of it. And they were like, well, that's points deducted. He's like, I should be getting extra credit. And it's this culinary arts degree.
Yeah. I do everything I've learned from like cooking. Obviously, my mother, love you, Mom.
Yeah.
And YouTube. I sit on YouTube and I just like
YouTube.
John talks about that, about how YouTube is anytime I need to figure something out,
YouTube
video
University.
editing, YouTube.
Oh.
We'll bleep that. We'll roll your eyes.
It's a story for off the line.
Yeah, him and I aren't on the greatest terms.
Yeah.
So
He's gonna watch this.
I don't care. He knows this.
Do you want to talk about this?
No, I mean, if we can if we want to.
Wait, before we move
I asked
forward.
you if y'all were cool. He said he'd do this podcast with.
I
all
said
of
that
us.
just because just cause.
All right.
I've been looking forward to this like all week.
Me too. I got
I'm
prepared. I
super
didn't go
fucking
out
stoked.
last
Yeah, no,
night.
I
I
was
was super drunk
I'm
until
sorry.
4 o'clock in the morning. It's just.
I mean, I got
Yeah, but
drunk last night.
I'm doing
I
fine,
fell asleep
right?
at 1.
You're all right. You didn't get the joke. We planned this out, dude.
We did. I even went to a surplus store.
I would have
yesterday.
never got the joke anyway, even if I wasn't hungover, because I don't know the fucking movie.
God damn it, dude.
Fuck, what were we doing? Steaks and cooking. Yeah, I love.
You're at
cooking,
Joshua
dude.
Tree. There was a
Joshua
culinary
Tree's
artist.
Yeah, super fun though. Like,
Is it? What's it about it?
there's really, it's
Nope.
just, well, one, there's no signal, so like,
That's kind of cool.
yeah, everyone's phones are put away, and so it was me, 6 of my other buddies, and he brought his son, 4-year-old, adorable as fuck.
Yeah, I can't wait till my kids are out of
And-
diapers, dude.
They bought pellet gun or BB guns at Walmart.
Just killing vermin.
No, we're just shooting random shit.
Yeah.
Like, we bought a little target stand, like the little metal ones. It was a blast. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's gonna sound kind of silly, but the vibe,
Yeah, I know people like,
vibe
What's
was
the
there.
vibe?
it's like a Hollywood thing for people to go out and take like hallucinogens
Mushrooms.
out at
yeah.
Joshua Tree. And I've never understood the allure of that. I don't know why it's so special. I know the Joshua Tree itself only grows in Jerusalem and
Yeah, we were
Joshua
talking
29
about we were talking about that when
Say that it's like the
on-
portal to hell
on
or some
Thursday
shit.
night, me, Pascoya, and another dude were
Uh-huh.
just sitting in our holes.
Oh, you mean your other friend? That's crazy.
We were just sitting in our holes. You can come out whenever you want, brother. That's
Hey,
a
man,
two-way
that's true.
street for
That's- yeah,
sure.
you ain't wrong.
you're
I
talking
can't
to a
argue that one.
married man, brother.
He's not. Oh, he is married, right? But
I am,
if she don't live here, it don't fucking matter.
She's cool as fuck though. You met my wife.
Yeah, yeah.
I
No,
would
she
hope
is
your
cool.
wife is cool
Yeah.
as fuck.
No,
my
she
wife's
is.
cool as fuck.
She's cool as fuck.
I'm gonna get drunk and she's cool as fuck when I get drunk.
Hell yeah.
Like
She-
I act like a child and she's like, "Don't worry,
Fucking
you were
Casey, bro.
drunk."
Casey.
Your future wife?
That one will be for
Shameless
another
plug
time.
again.
Yeah, humble brag. I fucked it up on the last one. I cut that dude off so hard on a story. I was like, shameless plug,
I
and he
saw
just
that,
like
yeah.
looks at me for a second. I'm like, I'm a fucking
That
douchebag.
dude was funny. The one that was wearing the hockey jersey.
Fuck yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, but the other guy,
He is also
the
funny.
the little inserts. or
Dude, George is a
interjections.
funny
Yeah.
motherfucker. I want him to come out of his shell. We're gonna do multiple podcasts with them.
Yeah, so I guess we're not invited.
This
again.
is fun though.
Yeah,
this is fun.
awesome.
It's fun
Dude, I was noticing
because basically we're just kind of like we're just being recorded
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
and that
Well,
going back
not
to
basically. We are.
I mean, this shit disappears.
going back.
Yeah,
to
that's
the,
what I was thinking earlier.
The podcast setup because, like you said, we were talking about it, but I like this, like just like open forum
Mm-hmm.
in a sense, like
Yeah, I feel like it'd be. I was
Just
thinking about that
scripted.
when like if you were like, yeah, we got to hit like before you, we got to hit this, and that. Like we can bounce wherever the fuck we
Right.
want,
Yeah.
and I think it'll be better, right? And if we want to talk about something, like, all right, we'll talk about it.
I will say the attention to detail, and I'm assuming that the attacks came with the backdrop.
No.
Oh, so you did that yourself? 'Cause I was noticing you put like you color coordinated the.
I gotta fucking rip a piss.
Target.
Amazon, brother, dude.
It's right to the left. It's like I live here now. Yeah, no, I was noticing like the attention to detail is very
Yeah,
good.
so
I like it.
what I plan on doing is having like a Joe Rogan type curtain.
Yeah, I
that-
remember you telling
that
me
gives a
about that.
break. It's just going to be right in that corner and gives a break to that wall. And then there's going to be a curtain that I can pull around that door because I have to cut that door. No one knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then over here, I'm going to put a black.
Good push.
I'm going to put a black drape over this
Yeah.
and then have that curtain kind of behind me because this is the most awkward angle in the room.
Yeah.
Right. And then that guy can push to the right a little bit and that door not be there.
Yeah. I like it though. It's a good setup.
Yeah.
Like-
It's the more we do this, y'all are certainly invited to come on
Okay,
again.
I'm gonna do this again. I
Yeah,
love
dude,
this.
it's a
Dude,
fun fucking thing.
I'm a little podcast slut.
I am a podcast slut, and then, but what happens to me is I want to tell people about it,
Uh-huh.
and I'm the senior line now. You know, humble brag, no big
Solid
fucking
brag.
deal.
HM3.
Yeah, hopefully HM2. We'll see.
Dude, yes.
They never tell you if you're in for a meritorious. I've been working hard. I just don't have my pen. And I think that's going to be the fucking thing while they just like pull me out.
Yeah.
I've been working really fucking hard.
You've been grinding.
Be completely honest. Yeah, I want to touch it up a little bit. You know, it's not optimal, but it's a cool fucking thing. And the way this came about is I knew I fucked up when I did my security clearance. Y'all were all there for that. I got pulled from this place because I couldn't be there due to my clearance, and it sucked. I was really down. I'm like my
Yeah, you're down pretty low, huh?
pretty fucking low, man. And then, but I knew I had my first interview for security clearance and all this shit they're asking me. I'm just like, oh fuck, dude. And I know you're not supposed to do this, but your buddies give you advice on shit. And it was a team guy. He didn't steer me wrong in any direction, but he's like, dude, don't fucking worry about it. You'll get it through it one day. And I just answered everything. Did you do this? No. And they had me on a bunch of things. But the way this came about is I would have interesting conversations, intuitive conversations with people. I'm like, damn, I wish we could record this. And then my LPO, who was an E4 at the time, was just like, you should start a podcast.
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, oh.
You're good at keeping conversation. Like,
Yeah, thank you, man.
yeah, this is good. And like,
Let's talk about transgender people.
ooh, dude. Oh,
Dude,
I don't know if I can say this.
I
The
like
Chris and Beck shit.
I like the podcast with that prior Navy SEAL senior chief.
He's
Chris
kind of a badass.
Kind of
Or
a badass.
Is he
chick,
a
I'm sorry.
transgender?
Sorry.
He,
Chris and
she,
Beck.
a person? Yeah.
Or she? I don't know. I don't post pre.
I don't
She
know.
post.
I'm like 2 hours in, and at
Post.
first I was like, I don't want to watch this. Bleh.
Joe Rogan or
Joe Rogan.
Okay.
They had a previous person on that was transgender. I couldn't tell, which is a little, maybe I'm gay, but
Super
Hey,
gay.
warm wet hole is a warm wet hole at the end
hey,
of the
dude,
day.
I've only had sex
my
with
God.
vagina, so call me what you want. But I got 2 kids, dude. I've had sex at least twice,
Dude, nice.
and
Shameless
I
plug.
didn't
Well,
want
that's not true.
what?
Shameless plug.
That's not true. You could have twins have sex once, brother.
No, I've different dates, bro.
No, I understand that,
I
but
will,
I'm just
I
saying.
will post all of their information on this podcast to prove I am straight. But I had sex with a dude once. It wasn't gay though.
Yeah, I mean, he came first.
I used to make that joke.
No, I just had boot bands on when I sucked my first dick.
You
Dude,
made that at McMap one day.
yo.
We all have boot bands on. It's all good.
Now that we're on the talk of like gay people and trannies, whatever.
You see the Marine Corps?
Yeah, dude.
Marine Corps
So
fucking post?
funny story about that.
Wild.
A kid.
Can I stop real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to talk a little bit about. I didn't want to click on this podcast. I did click on it. The person does have some wacky ideas,
Uh-huh.
Chris and Beck.
that person has some interesting ideas and did real fucking shit. And I
Yeah.
think it's still respected.
And
in
she
the
was a
community.
SEAL?
Senior chief.
Nice.
And it sounds like
Dude, good honor.
sounds like Dev grew too.
Dude.
Anyway, Marine Corps
Jack
time.
Carr.
Yeah,
Um,
Marine Corps times.
Jack Carr?
yeah, Navy
Why'd you say
SEAL.
that?
He's a total badass that
Oh.
alludes to his
The
stories
fake
in his
Navy
books.
SEAL written by.
Yeah,
I don't know the name of the
Terminalist.
character in the book.
It's
Coming to
James
Amazon.
Reese.
July 1st.
July 1st.
July
I'm
1st.
excited.
Have you read the 5th book?
No, I'm working on the 3rd book right now.
No, fucking boot.
I know.
You're way behind, bro. You better get on the gas.
I'm working on it.
What was the Marine Corps time saying?
So the Marine Corps Instagram page posted a picture of a Kevlar with what I initially thought were crayons, but they're bullets. Those are the rainbow flags.
In a boot, in a, they were being held on there by a
Ranger
cat eyes.
band. Yeah.
And so a kid, I'm not gonna name drop him, but all he commented was 13 months left, and like the little like confetti emojis. And dude, there's
confetti,
the confetti like emojis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like bursting confetti.
Oh
emoji.
yeah.
And that's all he commented.
13.
There's nothing derogatory. Some staff sergeant he's like, Ari's like, don't worry, blank rank, blank last name. He's like, already took a screenshot of this and sent it to your sergeant major, and name dropped our sergeant major, and name dropped the unit. Like, what are they gonna do? Like, yeah, what are they gonna do? He just commented 13 months with emojis, and dude, some pulley commented too. He's like, don't worry, pulley so and so is like already screenshot this and sent it to your RSS, like NCOIC or staff NCOIC. And blah, blah, blah. He's like, we're going to make sure we don't have, misogynistic bigots, loosely quoting.
What the fuck does 13 months mean?
He was just
Till he
alluding to
gets
that's when he's
out.
getting out. But he didn't post like,
Oh, so he's like, oh, I
F
can't
this,
wait
F
to
that.
I
Like,
can't wait to not be a part of this 13 months.
yeah. And I was like, what are they really going to do with that? Like, he didn't.
Nothing. That
Exactly.
Take that to what is the higher thing above NJP?
Court martial?
Yeah. I
Exactly.
was educated on court martial and FMTB. I didn't get in trouble, but some dudes were on quarantine, played football, and one of the HM1s, you know who you are, you're a good dude, was just like, dude, take it. They need to take it to court martial because then they have to have like real fucking
real
lawyers,
proof.
real fucking evidence. It's not just a kangaroo court anymore.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I didn't fucking know that.
Yeah, then Terminal Lands posted, Terminal Lands sold out.
Yeah, fucking faggot.
And
He re-enlisted, right?
did
He got out, made Terminal Lance, and then went back in. And he was
not an 03?
I don't know. One of my boots.
To the Marine Corps?
Mm-hmm.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah.
Is he
He's
still
not.
in?
He's not a Terminal Lance.
No,
That's
he's
like the
still
whole
in.
fucking thing behind it.
Is he still in?
I don't know if
I'm
he's
pretty
still
sure
in.
He's out by now, but
He was a sergeant when my boots ran into him. One of my boots ran into him at a bar.
really.
I would call that guy out so goddamn
Yeah, he
quick,
sold
dude.
out pretty
that and
fucking harsh.
That and the fucking goons up, dude. I'd call him out
I'll
quick.
sell out, dude. I don't give a fuck.
I like the
but
Wins Up guy.
just give me a bunch of money, dude. I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Well, no. What he did? Secondhand story is like some boots being boots, sending like a funny video to him, and he like snitched them out to their command, and they got NJP. It's like what? Like that's defeating the whole purpose of
Both. I'm a both type of guy now. Yeah, this whole
feeling
snitch
a little
culture.
saucy.
This
Oh
whole,
my god, dude.
It's insane, dude.
I'll
It's-
fucking tell you. Actually, by the time anybody at fucking Comment Circle sees this, I won't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I
Can you grab me one?
speaking of fucking snitches, I'm good right now. He did.
No, that was me, brother. Like-minded, same build type of individuals.
Friday morning, we came out of the defense,
Uh-huh.
and I say defense loosely. We walked down the Alpha Shelf, and then we had to do our. You have to do it's called our basic instructor class or course, fucking like how to teach or whatever.
Bic.
BIC,
Yeah.
yeah. So we have to give a class. We're assigned a class at the beginning of our course, and like we do a bunch of practice. But anyway, our performance examination was yesterday, after we got out of the defense, and I have force fitness. Like that was my class that I had to teach.
Very interesting.
Whatever, I had force fitness, and after the force fitness class or after the classes. My squad advisor was like, it's a she, was like, hey, I need to see you in my office. And I was like,
The plot
okay.
thickens.
I was like, okay, am I in trouble? And she was like, well, we'll talk. And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? And I go in there and she's like, sit down. And I was like, okay. Could you imagine?
Dude, what's this person's name?
Wait, you might have,
what's her,
have to edit that one out.
What's her rank?
She's a staff sergeant. She obviously did not do that.
So you,
but
you give the proper to our II staff sergeant.
Exactly. So I like sat down and she starts off with like talking about a formal investigation, and I'm like, what are you? What? And in my mind, I'm like, what could she be fucking talking about? And I guess some fucking student in our class after the Chiefs PT, they said that I said that. Like, she can't keep up with us in PT. Like, why is she teaching us or something like that? And so I got snitched on for that, but I never said that mainly because I was throwing up.
Yeah.
After that PT,
really
I was
fucking hungover.
I was throwing up from the weekend of fucking debauchery.
Hell yeah.
And then there was another instance where me and Sergeant Type, that from ISOLC, was name dropped. And I guess...
Damn, they name dropped him too.
They name dropped him too on this incident, me and him, where we were saying that she's fucked up for... some kid got kicked out of the course for whatever reason.
For sucking?
In our squad. And he got kicked out, and somebody said that we were saying that it was fucked up on her part to have him kicked out and stuff like that. And I was like, look... Like, to the squad of us, I was like, look, first off, like, the kid was a shitbag.
Yeah.
Like, me and Sydney Marine were like, we were on your side.
Yeah.
Okay? And then for the PT thing, I was like, look, you were 5 feet behind me, like, the entire time. And, like, was, like, 5 feet in front of me. Yeah. And I was like, so there's no way that I could talk shit about you on the PT because I was fucking dying.
And she would have heard it.
Yeah, and I was dying. And then after the PT, I was literally throwing up for like 3 minutes because I was just so hungover. And she, but anyway, for my BIT class, you have to do this thing where you do like an attention gainer, right?
Goal mist?
Yeah, well, we don't do goal mist anymore.
The goal mist is so archaic, and I disagree with it.
They got rid of it.
Yeah.
You don't do goal mist anymore.
It's dumb.
Well, it's not a thing per the Marine Corps anymore. But anyway, so I gave a story, and then I said my little story before I did my force fitness class, and then I was like, hey, look, because we're like technically acting like we're talking to privates or whatever, and I was like, hey, look, I'm gonna preface this class with, if you cannot pick up another human being, as in your, AKA your buddy, and you can't get him off the X to wherever on your back with all his gear, like, you're going to lose the respect of your peers and your subordinates when you get to the fleet. And she took that as I was talking about her when we were doing the Chiefs PT, and I was like, what are you fucking talking about? I was like, I don't care how you perform at PT. I was like, I'm not competing against you. I'm competing against all the other fucking students. Like, I don't give a fuck if you walk the whole thing. To be honest, like, I'm not paying attention to you. And she took my like attention gainer or whatever I said as I was like kind of like taking a jab at her, and I was like, this is fucking ridiculous.
So she launched the investigation?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And I was like, what the fuck are we talking about?
That's silly.
But
fucking egos, man.
Bro, I got 5 days left. I got fucking final PFT on Monday, and then our fucking 0913 fucking PT on
Tuesday.
And
guess who's at my unit now?
No clue, man.
He was a CAAT BLUE alumni that got kicked out when we were at 29 Palms.
No idea. I
never went to 29 Palms.
Oh, shit, yeah, that's right.
He showed up after me, and I didn't do any of that shit.
I'll name drop him. I don't give a shit.
Oh, I know.
Dude,
that kid's a fucking idiot.
He showed up, and we had a Chuck's inspection.
Showed up where?
To my unit. He's there now.
Bro, they gave that dude order.
I'll segue into that here shortly.
Fuck him.
So he shows up, and I walk out of the bathroom because I changed, and I see his back. Like, he has his back towards me, I was like, there's no way.
Very identifiable back.
Very,
Yeah.
very, very baggy, a large bag of mayonnaise.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, what are you doing here? He's like, I just checked in. I was like, ugh. I just walked away. Come to find out, I guess he was talking to one of my buddies. He's like, yeah. He's like, he knows that you don't like him. I'm like, good. I'm like, I will let it known. I will make sure that people know why he got kicked out of CAAT BLUE.
Yeah.
And why he sucks.
Y'all have history. I had an incident with him that like kind of changed the spectrum. He
He
tried to like devil dog me at the armory one day. I'm just like,
nah,
dude, I'm a fucking corpsman, and I'm like 3 times your senior, bro. Like,
yeah, like sit
fuck
the fuck
off.
Not 3 times, bro. That's like 6 times.
Yeah,
Whatever.
But
And I don't act like that, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
not-
I don't
you're not a
fucking
dude.
throw
but
that shit around.
It's cool to fucking flex it.
He tried to
If you
fucking,
have to.
He's like, I'll fucking drop you. Like talking about he'll make me push and shit. And I was just like,
you're like, yeah,
dude,
dude, do it in the
don't.
armory.
And something about me, I haven't had to do it in a long fucking time. I will fucking throw hands. Like,
Bro, if,
Dude,
I am
would
not
talk
a-
about that religiously.
I am not a fucking bitch, dude. Like, I have a family and shit. I do have a career that I'm trying to keep intact. But if it's justified, dude, I will fucking scrap.
bro, I'm going to tell you right now, if me or fucking Rod or Weldon heard him fucking say that to you,
Oh, dude.
he would have, I would have fucking, and they would have done the same thing. I would have fucking choke slammed him into the fucking dirt so goddamn quick if he even fucking thought that he could, some in whatever wheezy wazzy fucking magical word would make you fucking push on the ground. I would fucking, before you could even do anything, I would fucking choke slam that dumb bitch. I fucking can't stand that kid because he was like, we'll let you allude to it.
Yeah,
Y'all have that history.
yeah,
John has his story, which is fucking hilarious.
yeah.
But y'all, yeah, he showed up to y'all, right? Some hikes there later.
Dude, not even hikes. It was one, and I wouldn't even call it a hike. It was a movement.
Wow.
It was to 106. And we were carrying heavies. Well, the boots were,
I wasn't there.
and we were just walking. I was walking next to Matt, and we were just fucking whatever. We were in full kit, Kevlar, the whole 9, and he passed out. Like, he had the 50 cal A bag, which weighs nothing. It weighs nothing. And he's like, what's happening? And that was a nail in the coffin for Lieutenant and Gunny.
That's
Yeah.
funny as fuck.
You gotta go.
That
But,
is a good thing that when it's addressed, people can be. It can fuck people, like a certain gunny that is now in regiment, so to speak.
yeah.
Like when people get fucked over and get like kicked out, but like when the leaders that be can address a person that is a fucking issue and just be like, he's not meant for us.
Yeah.
Nothing discriminatory.
But he was not a good fit for the platoon. Like, I will say,
He's not a good fit for any platoon. He's a fat piece of shit, and he sucks.
can confirm
Like, there's no way
maybe
around
let's
it.
say he's a perfect fit for the armory.
that is true.
Okay,
I think
that's
CAAT BLUE,
better.
with our platoon, like, we had a very
Which
alpha mentality.
Which sucks because Cover's a fucking unit, dude.
Yeah, Cover's
No,
he's
Cover's cool as fuck.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't know.
dude,
I
he's-
might have to edit that one out, but
he's fucking
super nice guy. I love him to death.
Cover's cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that he got hurt and had to go to the armory.
Yeah, I mean, that was.
I don't know how he was tactically
I heard
because I never worked with him.
Yeah.
But the dude's like a cool dude.
Through
He's-
hearsay,
and
like
he's a fucking
apparently
unit.
Yeah. But so going back, so I guess before he checked into my unit, he went to a. Pardon me.
This guy.
Yeah. He went to a specialized school to attempt to be an instructor.
Uh-huh.
Fuck it, whatever. I'll say. He was trying to go be an instructor.
Well, they give him orders there, though, right?
Yeah, so you got orders to be an instructor, and I guess, people made some phone calls,
What's so funny?
and
This is funny.
people made some phone calls over there, and they
Thank God.
they dropped him.
Yeah, no shit.
Thank God, because that's
Could you imagine
Quite an
going and
cool
you see this fat fucking
bag of
doughboy
mayonnaise.
fucking being like, yeah, motherfuckers, I'm about to.
And dude, the
I'm about
moment
to
I saw
fuck you up.
him, I dropped all his dirty laundry. I let everybody know. I'm like, don't let him fucking fool you. Like,
Yeah, he's a bit of a talker.
oh, he is for sure, and I was standing behind him in battalion formation on Friday, and he would not look at me.
You know,
That's hilarious.
he got a chest EGA that is crooked on his chest.
That's badass.
After like being in for a long time, I think he
Yo.
re-enlisted and then got because that's like a very boot thing, and nothing against EGAs.
I don't have an EGA tattooed for the record.
They can be dope. I don't either.
I don't either.
Refuse to get
They
that.
can be dope, and I've run into people that have double EGAs.
My brother has a dope one. It's
Yeah.
like super like artistic, and it's not
Double EGA.
Dude, I was in the sauna in
anchors
Oki.
inboard.
What's that?
Or the anchors inboard.
I don't know. I was in the sauna in Oki at the gym out there, and this dude comes in, and he's like covered in tats. I was like, damn, those are some fucking gnarly EGAs. And he's like, yeah, I had 2. I got it covered with, they were very atrocious.
So
got it covered with tribal and blacked out. He's like, yeah, double EGAs. I was just like, whew.
There's
He's
this,
like, yeah, I know, it's dumb.
I was at the armory on Wednesday, I think. I was cleaning my rifle.
Doesn't matter.
And, you know, the freshly minted Marines that just did the Crucible where they're cleaning weapons.
Oh,
And
hell yeah.
I saw this kid. It's weird seeing recruits with sleeves. It's weird. And he had a fallen memorial tattooed on his forearm.
For who?
We'll get there. You know, the Kevlar with the rifle, for those of you that don't know. And he had the raising of the flag, the Iwo Jima memorial tattooed. I'm like, did you get that before you came to boot camp? He's like, yeah, Sergeant. He's like, fuck, just drop my rank, whatever. He's like, yeah, you know, I wanted to give it some time to heal. That way, like, I'm not trying to get it while I'm on ITB. I'm like, bold move. Bold move, thinking that, like, obviously you made it for now, like, through boot camp. But I'm like, did you catch a lot of shit for that? He's like, I did. And I was like, yeah. You got, like, as cheesy as it sounds, like, you got to earn that, you know?
Yeah. I'm not too into the memorial stuff.
That's it.
Like rip skin with flags and stuff.
Yeah, that shit's scary.
No one fucking knows what that means.
Exactly.
I'm
That's
gonna
why I
be
got it.
completely honest.
That's why I got it. Because no one knows. Everybody thinks that arrows are, like, living above the influence. And the 13.
Also, no one can see what you're referencing to.
I got a tattoo on my ankle. Has a 13 and the heavy and medium machine gun symbol. But no one knows what it means. And I like the ambiguity of it.
Yeah.
And when I was getting it tattooed, it was actually right next to Molly Bloom's at Black Sparrow.
Humble brag.
The dude's like, "Are you like a gangbanger?" I was like, "No." He was actually a corpsman.
Well, my uncle.
He was a corpsman in 1-1, I think. He's like, dude, I just gotta ask. So I don't say the wrong shit.
Artist now?
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, I just gotta ask. I was like, no,
Piece of
it's
shit.
gave the whole story.
Yo, I found out 2 days ago that I think it was Buring. Maybe it wasn't Buring. Maybe it was PSAB. But some Air Force chick was throwing down legit tattoos.
Dude, hell yeah. She got NJP'd?
No.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Like
good on her.
some snipey boys. One of the sniper boys, corpsman, got a tattoo.
Wait,
and then
handsome Mexican one? Or
Sanchez?
yeah.
You got a hammer on him.
Dude,
oh,
holy
huge,
fuck.
love to
huge
see
dong.
it, dude. I've seen a photo and it's like, boy,
Is
dude.
it nice?
How big are we talking?
Classic.
Because he never showed me. I always
Yeah,
asked him.
we asked him.
We asked him to show
in
us.
reference
Dude,
to the beer.
it's-
In reference to the beer, how like flaccid. Like,
Just stack a couple.
It wasn't flaccid, it was semi.
There's no way. You're lying. There's no way. There is no way. There is no
They're
fucking...
coming on one day. I'll have them show it.
Sanchez, there's no way. There's no way that it's 3 beer cans stacked up. That's so fucking
Now,
big.
hey, I've had a plethora of beers, and he showed me a photo.
dude, did it even fit on the screen?
It was like
That's too much. I feel like that's too much. You know.
That's
issues.
never too much, bro.
Issues.
Too much for who?
There was a
You
guy.
would never catch me
Dude.
fucking with clothes on. I would be butt naked everywhere. And I would have no shame because now, like, I can't walk around like that because my penis is not that big.
Yeah, it got a little shrimper, dude.
Yeah, I gotta.
It's
I'm
not
a-
that big,
I'm a
you know.
grower,
Like
not a
I
shower,
gotta,
that's for sure.
I gotta.
I get the job done, dude.
Say, I mean, you did.
If I was
obviously. For the,
if
the
I
two
had a-
times, the two
twice.
times
If
that
I had
you
a
did.
Didn't
hammer
meet
t-
She Climax, but I did.
If I had a
all
hammer,
that matters.
a hammer time piece on me,
The hammer
I'd like literally saving fucking wars by itself. You would see me out at parties or whatever, and I would be butt naked. I would be butt naked, and I would be doing
You would Dan Bilzerian.
I would be doing
Fuck that
helicopter.
guy.
Nah, what are you talking
Dan
about?
Bilzerian's a fucking douche.
What are you talking
In
about?
ways, yes.
Don't act like you wouldn't fucking.
I mean, I would,
love
yeah,
He's
yeah.
got
to be around
impressive
fucking
abs.
30 fucking
Of course not. I'm
30
married.
fucking thousand smoke shows at a time if you weren't married.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
The guy's not a douche.
Sorry-
Dudes
sorry,
are just
babe.
jealous of him.
me make the sign of the cross. There are certain douchey aspects to him. The way he handled the Las Vegas shooting. God damn it! Why did I mention a fucking shooting? That is like the one thing I don't like to talk about. Ugh.
Neither here nor there.
And he is a bud stud. He fucking came super clean on his thing about being a bud stud on Joe Rogan.
Which is good. I mean, good on him.
Yeah, he's like, I am, and like Jogan's like a fucking Navy SEAL. He's like, dude, I am not a SEAL. He hangs out with them.
Which I got a talking point after this.
His whole thing on the Vegas thing was a little wonky. And like, give me a gun.
Trying to tell the cop.
That was just so weird. High tension situation.
That's called smooth brain.
Yeah,
not many wrinkles in that.
He's got impressive abs. He does do steroids, but
he does. He's honest about it.
You got to work out to get those.
A lot of people
sculpted abs.
A lot of people misconstrue that. Like, if I juice, I don't need to go to the gym. Like, oh, contraire might get a bit. Like,
He has terrible taste in what he likes. Yeah. That is fine. I would never live in his multi-million-dollar mansions.
It's too much.
That is. He lives in Vegas hotels. Like they did a tour of his house one time. I was like, ugh. But no, there's certain aspects. The Logan brothers. There's certain aspects. Am I fucking, dude? This is why I'm #1 fan. No, not at all. But there's certain aspects of what they're doing that I appreciate and are tolerable.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I like
transgenders.
I like Logan way more than I like Jake.
Yeah,
Jake's a fucking faggot.
Yeah,
Jake's on something right now.
I'll fight.
Who's the boxer?
They're both boxers.
Well, who's the better one? That actually
Jake, the younger brother.
Okay.
But he is on something where he's doing a Conor McGregor thing. He is an antagonist. He is in people's face. He is clickbait.
But Conor McGregor was beating the fuck out of dudes that were in the UFC that he actually had to fight. This dude's fighting Jake Paul has not. Jake Paul is saying that in like a year he'll be able to fight Canelo Alvarez. He hasn't fought a boxer. He hasn't fought a boxer. He hasn't fought him.
Again,
Canelo just lost his
He is making millions of dollars.
Well, yeah, of course. I would do the same thing.
He is making $1 million as an amateur boxer before he is a professional. That is very good tactics.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the boxing in general.
No, do I believe that? No, but are people clicking on his videos because of that? Is he getting views on whatever because of that? Yeah.
I do.
With Canelo,
absolutely not. He would never.
He would literally get obliterated.
Well, yeah.
Canelo would put
also
him
he's
over
white.
Who did he just fight? Who did Canelo just fight that he lost?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do I mean?
Yeah, what do you mean he's white?
Dude, have you seen
Jake Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's white. What about
have you seen The Great White Hope? The movie?
No.
It's got one of the Williams brothers. Dude, white people ain't the best fucking boxers, bro. And you want to talk about racism and all that other shit? Yo, put a tick mark in fucking white people not being good boxers.
Athletic.
It's fuck. You're Mexican,
Genetics. Dude, I'm not athletic. I'm a NAF, dude. I'm a NAF. I'll admit it.
What does that mean?
Non-athletic fuck.
I remember you
I lift for a reason because that's the thing I'm like aggressively subpar at.
I think it's also dumb that like, oh, that's being racist. It's like when it's a positive attribute.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Asian people are really good at math, and you're just like, oh, that's racist. Like, we're saying something good about.
Yeah. But so I was listening. Forgot who he had on. It was Joe Rogan. Oh, he had like some bow hunter or some shit.
Cameron Hanes.
Cameron Hanes. And they had no relation. They had
Cameron is my first name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's how the world works. Anyway,
all good-looking men are named Cameron.
I don't know about all that.
You surprised me about you not being a NAF,
dude. Rambo's fucking deadly,
dude. Okay.
And when you fucked your ankle up when we were playing, you guys were playing football. That was like right before we left Kuwait.
Shoulder.
Oh yeah, it was your shoulder.
It's still fucked up.
All right, can I give some context? The first time I met you ever, you gave me a phone call. I was in like S2. And you're like, you need. Oh
my God, you bring this up all the time.
That's false.
Bro.
Actually, the first time you met us was at the clinic there at
SLR. Yeah.
And we were both there.
Granted, a little leniency. You're coming off of multiple quarantines. You know, some LBs there. And I'm just like, who's this dude? You know?
What's an LB?
Pounds, bro.
Me?
Yeah. I did not look. I did not look fucking bad.
I'm not saying, so but you were unassuming. Right? You're unassuming. I'm not thinking this dude. And I've heard stories about you throwing down. I saw you on the field throwing the fuck down in a different way. You've shown up to CrossFit things at Buring and you threw the fuck down.
For the record, I committed to that.
Yeah, dude, you're doing good, man.
I gave like
Dude,
one.
the bees are looking good, bro.
I gave like
trying.
one night there.
It was fun. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
You're just so unassuming, and then you got straight burners. You got hands. You got hands in the fight. You got hands catching. You were talking shit on certain people. Some female Army staff sergeant got really awkward with you.
Oh yeah.
She was making clear moves
We were
towards
playing
you.
Ultimate Frisbee, and like you fell down at some point. She's like, oh, she like walked up to you. She's like, let me help you up.
We would like gang up on her. She's like, "Oh, y'all want it? Oh, I like this," and just like
weird.
all sorts of innuendos.
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
No.
Dude, every time we played Ultimate Frisbee, super fun times though.
Yeah,
Thoroughly
that
enjoyed
female staff sergeant
Yeah,
wanted
she wanted you.
some
I
or
don't know who
you
we're talking
or
about.
all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure who we're talking about.
Anyway, unassuming. You're not a NAF. You're a NAF.
I'm 100% an AF. Like,
I'm a
I can,
fat.
I can play soccer kind of,
Yeah, that's in your
But-
that's in your bloodline.
I torch motherfuckers.
but subtle flex.
Yeah.
Not so.
Going back to people that are kind of douchey, because you guys talked about in the last podcast the dudes that use the trident for clout.
Mm-hmm. Let's be specific. David Goggins.
Dude, fuck. I was talking about it with my best friend last night. I hate David Goggins. Can't stand him.
Do you hate him though because he's like so motivated, or do you?
I
like,
think
why do you
he's
hate
just
him?
a tryhard. Like, there's
Well,
no.
is
like,
he a tryhard because he just like because he's like
I don't know. It's
like
just
he
like
wants to just be that good?
no. Like, I'm not gonna shame someone for like being good. Like, that's kind of silly. But I don't know. Have you ever met someone or like you see someone and like I don't like him? He's kind of one
Yeah,
of those.
but
But
that's
I'm
like
never
a-
gonna David Goggins. I'll probably never meet you.
But like I
Sorry.
feel like people hate him because there's like maybe a couple factors, right? You either fucking are maybe jealous of how in shape the guy is, which I'm not saying that you are.
Yeah, no,
But
I know
I'm
what you
saying
mean,
that
though.
like some people probably be like, "Fuck that guy!" Like, what the fuck?
I just think he's douchey. Like,
He's definitely
he's
kind
very
of douchey, but like,
good on him. Like,
but like
you're
if
not
that's
gonna
like,
catch
but
me
like,
waking
he-
up at
but
3
like,
a.m.
but like
to
I,
run 10
in
miles.
my mind, like, I don't think that he's doing that just for like the show. Like, I think
I
that
don't know,
that
man.
guy does it because he does it.
Yeah, I mean, it's become part
Like,
of
I'm
his
pretty
life.
sure that dude just hates the fuck out of himself.
Yeah.
Because I would, my body would break. I
Oh,
would
for sure.
not.
Same.
His body is breaking. He has talked about getting his knees drained with pus.
Look at Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah.
That dude is in crutches.
Well,
all
yeah,
the time.
yeah.
I
he's
think
a
the
retard.
argument for David Goggins is he puts this persona up, and it's validified in the fact that he was a Navy SEAL. He was a chief. But the stories that have come back to me is that he didn't do anything where Navy SEALs like to test their proving ground.
Yeah.
Combat. Leadership in combat.
Yeah.
He was instructor, he was this, he was that, and it's like that's not really our ethos.
Yeah.
But yet the first thing, and then there's something called selling out on your trident, which is of much debate, right?
Yeah. There's like certain aspects selling out on your trident.
Are you talking about writing books?
I'm not talking about writing books. Plenty of SEALs write books.
Well, you were
but what
talking
is
about
the-
those CrossFit athletes. Like, you guys can remember his name. I'm telling you, I watched the fuck out of those episodes. But
Thank you.
it was
Appreciate that.
Jeff Bridges.
Is that the guy that did the cornrows?
No, he's a
He's an
short. He's
animal.
a short, stocky dude with the
he
big
clapped.
mustache.
He clapped back at David Goggins, I believe.
Did he?
He posted a photo on Facebook
stack.
back in the day
Who?
of his second phase helmet.
Jeff Bridges.
He posted a photo of his second phase helmet, which is a blue helmet. That's the dive portion. And David Goggins is like, "Oh, I wish I kept my something along the lines. I wish I kept my helmet from that phase.
You keep them?
You can. It's like your jacket, right?
it's
Like,
good.
okay, yeah. And he goes, yeah, maybe something about maybe if you weren't running from combat or something like that, you could have thought to. And he clapped back real hard.
Damn.
I don't know if I have the story right, but those two people went back and forth.
Yeah.
This person we're talking about doesn't. His Facebook page isn't his trident.
Yeah.
You know.
Talking about Jeff Bridges?
That's the faux pas of David Goggins, is that he's in his chiefs dress whites with a trident. You
Yeah.
can't hurt me. And it's like, well, what did you do for the community? That was the one eye patch senator or whatever.
Oh, Dan Crenshaw. I think
Yeah,
Yeah,
his
he's
name.
kind of a sod too, though.
Was he a SEAL?
Red
He
flag
was a
laws.
SEAL.
Really?
Yeah, he's doing some weird things
Yeah.
as a Republican in
Yeah.
Texas, the
He's
great state
I
of
think
Texas.
I think he's running into the rhino aspect.
I don't know, but he was pressed on a podcast. Like, what do you? They're trying to get clickbait out of it.
Yeah.
What do you think about David Goggins? He goes, well, the thing is about the SEAL community. I'm not a fucking SEAL, but he was speaking about the SEAL community wants people that have contributed. What has David Goggins contributed? Was he a fucking
Running 18 miles every morning?
Right. He's like, that's hard. I understand that, but there's plenty of dudes out there doing hard shit
Oh, yeah.
that don't post up a trident in front of that, cashing in on their trident.
So-
I'm digressing.
That's like
Where I-
everybody
where-
else, though.
Where I was going with this is...
But like even Dan Crenshaw, like that motherfucker, like he's probably in the spotlight because he's a fucking Navy SEAL.
He also has an eye patch, though.
it's pretty cool. It's pretty...
Yeah, what about it?
Evil villain
What about it?
type.
Dude, is that...
So do pirates.
I
Dude,
love, dude, pirates. Man, where do they get their ships taken care of? Like, do they go to...
I'll go in after this.
Yeah.
But where I was going with this, because I saw a post last night of the Navy SEAL that allegedly killed Osama bin Laden.
Oh, that guy, the redhead?
Rob O'Neill.
Rob O'Neill.
Yeah.
was his
Rob
name.
O'Neill.
Yeah, he's like, whoa.
Ooh, can I jump in after this?
Yeah. And he's like, well, you know, the medals of valor on my chest, blah, blah, blah. He's like, you guys are a bunch of, like, pretty much calling people cowards. I was like, bro, how you gonna, like, try to leverage your fucking, in a sense, your fame to, like, shit talk people? Because,
Yeah.
like, it's not their fault.
I think
like,
he's a sociopath.
yeah.
I do believe he's under the rock of shame in DevGru. Do y'all know what that is?
No, but I mean, I have an idea.
It's people that have disgraced them in whatever fashion they deem fit, and they put their name under a rock of shame. It was in the documentary Crimes of SEAL Team 6, which why would you take a documentarian, a journalist,
into such a
into you and not
secluded-
expect for it to come out poorly?
Um,
But I do believe he has been there's
exiled.
Well, no shit, he's making fucking millions.
Is
of
he,
course.
though?
I'm
Where the
sure.
fuck-
Off
I
of-
haven't
off
heard
of-
of this
off
dude in a
book
while.
Fucking of book deals and everything that he does. He's a guy that shot.
I think the
Can
one
I
that's,
jump
like,
into
not-
this after.
Yeah.
jump in right now. What do you guys
Yeah,
say?
go ahead.
Have you guys ever heard about the Team House podcast?
No.
Okay, well,
Shameless plug.
Not Special Ops
whoever,
podcast. coming
whoever
to you
the
shortly.
fuck they were, the Team House or whatever.
Uh-huh.
They had, and I don't know if it's the guy that did that documentary, but it was a investigative journalist that he's been following SEAL Team 6 and like Delta Force for like 20 years, all pretty much GWAT. And you guys should listen to this shit,
Okay.
because the shit that
I don't want to take viewers from this podcast, but yeah, let's check it out.
this shit is wild,
Is it?
and what these SEAL Team 6 dudes did.
Yeah.
And I was going to talk about Rob O'Neill because this is what this guy fucking said. But this dude, they were fucking saying that they would do this. So they would get like a detainee, right? And like say we're all SEAL team or all SEAL dudes, right?
I love it.
SEAL Team Red. And so SEAL Team 6 guys. We're that. And we're in this room, right? We would get a detainee, we'd bring him in, and we'd sit him down, and we'd be like, look, if you can beat, like, say I'm the guy, you can beat me in a fist fight, like, you can leave. Obviously, the guy was never going to be able to leave as a detainee, a fucking terrorist.
Yeah.
And they would literally just practice their jujitsu on these fucking detainees and beat them to death or choke them out.
War crimes? Question mark.
And then scalp them and then take them out into the village and be like, look, this is what happens if you don't talk. But that's like the whole thing with SEAL
fucked
Team
up.
Red, I guess, that their logos.
Red Squadron.
Yeah, Red Squadron or whoever the fuck they are. They got the like the tomahawks or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're like their symbol is like an Indian Native
like a
American
Native
skull
type shit.
with like a headdress with feathers.
Yeah. And so they started carrying tomahawks in like Iraq and Afghanistan to scalp people and cut people's heads off.
Inglorious Bastards.
But anyway, the dude was talking also that he has talked to the investigative journalist has talked to multiple people that were like on the deck when they killed Osama bin Laden, and that dude did shoot Osama bin Laden, but he was like the fourth fucking dude to shoot Osama bin Laden.
That dude was already pumped full of lead.
Oh yeah, he was fucking dead for sure.
There's
know that.
there's people. I think it was from this. I don't know where I got this information from. Obviously YouTube, but there's accounts of people that don't want to be named that have lightly spoken out.
Oh, you mean the silent professionals that are actually true to it?
Right. And it's a little bit of a cult, man. Like there's some kind of like some black magic in there.
Tell me that I'm wrong, that machine gunners are not a cult.
Yeah.
We 100% are.
But
we're talking about the we're talking about the top tier.
No,
this gets into like there's a cult where it's like, oh yeah, like Band of Brothers.
You're talking about like
I'm talking about like real
shit.
Like we do not fucking talk about this. This is like kind of it's kind of a secret society, right? I mean, first of all, they're blanketed by top secret clearance.
Yeah.
And then things that they do want to talk about is vetted by the DOD. When a book is made, it gets vetted by the DOD.
Yeah.
But there's I think it was this documentary talks about there's two accounts of people that don't want to be named, but they're like, no, yeah, like he was there,
but he wasn't the sole.
Yeah, he didn't do the thing, man.
Yeah.
Like
He didn't kill the fucker.
Yeah, like but he took this, he's at this high accolade and he just like burst out like, oh, I'm fucking. Have y'all seen the weird thing with him where they mic him up and they send him on a comedy stage? I want to say like down in LA. He's like, I'll say anything, I don't care, which kind of proves a little bit of his sociopathic thing. Yeah. Of like, just your ego is numb to criticism. You don't give a fuck, and it's just a whole weird thing. But
yeah, you know
he's
who also fucking very famous now.
I can't stand his
very.
I would imagine he's been on all sorts
You know who's
of
on
talk
that?
shows.
You know who's on that level though? I can't stand. I hate to admit this, but I'll admit it. Is I actually used to like him. So Tim Kennedy.
Tim Kennedy's a faggot because I saw that bitch in Afghanistan.
Yeah,
I saw that bitch in Afghanistan where we were walking around, and he was in the back of a car, and he was in the back of a van.
Really?
And he had all his camera motherfuckers with him. And I was like, bro, what?
It is Afghanistan, which we were there, and he went very. I am me. I do it.
Yeah.
And what was the post?
He the one with like the camis or like the frogs,
bloody camis or whatever, bloody T-shirt, and the sacrifices that made. It's just like, hey man, I gotta disagree pretty harshly on this one.
After all that, like I did not
like don't fuck. We had a corpsman. I'm not gonna name him, but he put I ran as I kind of hope he sees this, a little drunk, but. I ran as hard as I could, and I just for the families out there, I did everything. And it's like
he wasn't there when the IED went off. Like, what the fuck?
It's like, yeah, hey man, I understand you made sacrifices and you did your job, but to put yourself first in the self-glorious fashion is not the right way.
No, not at all.
I am Tim Kennedy. I have this platform, and look at the sacrifices I made. It's a perception that is out there. Is your intent something else? Maybe.
Quick interjection before you say this. I think if it weren't for us and the Brits, shout out to Second Para,
they didn't give me cigarettes after the IED. I was pissed.
Yeah, no, but the security posture would have been non-existent if it weren't for us and them. Yeah. We were literally the only ones out there on the the canal or what have you.
Hey, do you remember this when it was like one of our first days out there? I went out and I tried to like organize a crowd and just fucked everything up. Do you remember that? Yeah. Fucking yeah.
Dude, when we ripped with,
but what made me feel better is that no staff sergeant did any better from that part on.
Remember, too many captains. We need more captains.
We need more captains.
We need more captains.
I remember Lieutenant Cannon leaving a meeting, and we're like, "Sir, what's the word?" He's like, "We're all it's all fucked. Like we're all gonna go off and do our own fucking thing."
Do you remember the Zubinator?
Oh
dude, that boy was hurting.
Oh my god,
day 2, he was fucking
that fucking
hurting.
night, dude.
Oh
was
yeah, when
wild.
we were by
it was us three.
Land Cruiser.
I don't know where the fuck John was.
I don't know.
I think he was. I don't know where he was actually, but
I remember
Bro,
that.
I don't know. Like it was like 3 a.m. Like we weren't sleeping. Like all the little babies were down.
Yeah, they were all sleepy.
And we were fucking you and I were sitting on the back of the
Forerunner, the Land Cruiser,
whatever.
Yeah.
And then you were standing next to us, and Zubinator's just like literally like this.
I can't do it.
Like looking at the ground, like he was like, "How can you guys do this?" And we're like, "What?" Is like, first off, like, if I'm told what to do, like, I'm gonna do it, my brother. Like, I gotta fucking put this dude in the dirt.
I justify my war crime on you.
Oh, do we want to bring that one up?
We don't have to.
I'll bring it up. Fuck it. Are you okay with it?
I'm fine.
So
Looking back, I really don't think I did anything out of line.
For the viewers that are gonna watch this,
Those pet passports, right?
Yeah, that one. So there's this lady. She like came up. I remember this. Yeah, she came up and she's like, let me in, blah blah. I was like, I checked her paperwork, didn't have anything. She had pet passports, vaccine passports for her dogs.
So fucking.
I was like, look, lady, I'm like, I can't do it. And she was right next to the gator, and she fell on the ground. She's like, I'm passed out, and that's when I went to go get you, right?
You were just kind of
heated.
briefing me on the situation, like I'm gonna drag this fucking person off.
Yeah, I was like, I was over it, and I was like, then was Gonzo there?
Gonzo showed up later.
Yeah,
you like I'm with the boys. I'm about it. Like let's get this person gone.
So Gonzo's like, he's like, don't worry about it. He's like, we'll take care of it.
He's like, I think you need to walk away, right?
Yeah. So I was like, I'm like, fuck it, whatever. Dude, I was fucking pissed because she threw herself on the ground. She was fainting, like they all were.
Yeah.
And
oh my god.
He's like, dude, he's like, we got this. I was like, cool. I didn't see it happen.
Yeah.
But you told me about it. I felt so bad.
This was do you remember the key words that Segura reminds me of?
No,
yes.
I need 2 boots with no soles left.
Yeah, that's fucking a fire line.
Dude, Segura, man.
I need 2. I was he came. We went and hung out.
Oh yeah, he was here
he came out,
last week.
Yeah,
right?
and he hung out for a while. But we were talking about that. That's such a fire line. I need 2 boots with no soles.
Dude, because my soul, like, do y'all remember stuffing people through the fence?
Yes, it was horrible.
There's one that I'll bring up
that's
right now.
terrible.
That was with you and I had to do it.
Yeah, it
still crushes me.
The fucking retard.
Yeah.
The retard. Oh my god.
The special needs.
I'm
child.
sorry.
No, dude, I don't.
No,
It's just like that shit was crushing, and I
cried.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not trying to sound like
was-
less than a man, dude, but
I
cried after that.
After myself and Rod had
We picked him up
I'll let
from
you tell the story, but after that, like I was like, I had to
Yeah.
take a fucking moment to myself.
So his or whatever, what happened with said passport lady.
yeah.
That happened, but later on in the day, or I can't remember.
I didn't hurt anyone.
No one got
man.
hurt.
I
No one
just
got hurt.
removed them against their will,
To send him
and
back
then
to
did
the
a
enemy.
sternum rub because they were legitimately passed out.
But this
And was
family
told
comes
to walk
up.
away.
It's like a family of 6, and all of them except for the special needs kid in the wheelchair and the grandma
Oh my god.
got turned away. And Rambo and I were right there, and the Department of State dude's like, yeah, they got to go. So we're trying to talk to the older lady, and she's like, hey, you got to go. She's like, no. So Cameron and I pick up the kid from the wheelchair, dude, and dude, she grabbed my arm like it was no other, like super fucking like crazy strength, and took the kid and the lady all the way to the hole and pushed him out, dude. That shit that lives rent free in my head, not for the good reasons.
Yeah,
'Cause I cried a little bit after that. I talk to my wife about it sometimes because that's like one of the biggest things that like bothers me till this day.
Yeah. Like, I wish there's a corpsman that's not doing too well, and like I wish I wrote out a text message. It was completely out of context, and like in the text messages, and I contacted a buddy about this. Like, I wish I could give this dude my brain
Yeah.
to let him know, like, it's not gonna go away,
No, it's not.
but just like a part of your soul is gonna leave,
Yeah.
and it's okay.
It sounds cliche, but part of me died over there.
Part of me died when I was stuffing people as a medic, as a corpsman, through the fence. And I was like, is this how we're fucking doing it? And some officer was just like, yeah, this is how we're doing it.
Yeah.
And then after that, I just didn't, like, I was cold.
Yeah.
Tearing up and crying.
You had to, like, and it sounds shitty, but you had, like, we had to become numb to everything that we were doing over there.
Because
then
100,000 people, man.
If we couldn't, then nothing would have gotten done. Can I get one, please? Yeah, and it's very shit. There's 2 more at the very back. fun one now. But
We're coming to an end. We got like 30 minutes left.
Okay. Already.
I don't even want to talk
Really?
about that shit. Can we get off the Afghan?
Yeah.
Let's go back to transgender people.
Yeah. So, dude,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's jump off the
You might
Afghanistan
have
shit.
to edit this out. Actually, yeah, whatever. Fuck it. I don't care.
Just tread lightly.
we had transgender training at my unit because,
What a bunch of fucking faggots.
dude, yeah, because there was a
We'll get demonetized for the word fag.
recruit that was coming through.
I said it like 16 times.
No, I've said it in the last episodes. Anyway.
There's a recruit that was coming through that was transgender,
Mhm.
and they're like, yeah, it's like, you guys got to be careful. And one of my buddies, who was an 8th grade English teacher before he enlisted, love the guy to death. Shout out.
Yeah. Shout out to the unnamed
Yeah,
person.
Lions.
Well, not unnamed anymore.
Yeah, so he had to pull that platoon. So when we say pull platoons, like, we're the ones responsible for them for the next 2 weeks, whatever. And said recruit, I don't know what gender was trying to become,
Yeah.
got dropped. So it was funny. But yeah, we got sensitivity training in a sense about transgender.
Because y'all fucked up, or because that
No, 'cause
specific situation was upon you?
Yeah, it was upon us. It was mandated by
Look.
by RTC or RTR, whatever the fuck.
I feel like I can speak intelligently on that. I know someone that just went through ITB. Female.
I'm gonna have to get a paper towel here.
Don't worry
after.
about it, dude. These are.
Sorry.
I tried to get a refund at Amazon. I got exposed and just took the hit.
Oof.
My Amazon scam is up. I think Rambo. When I joined the Navy, there was a handful of Marines that were trying to become different things, and they all succeeded except for me. And yeah, and this one dude, I think he was like a 31, and he had a female in his class.
Mm-hmm.
It's like actually kind of legit. I think Rambo said something about a female in your class, kind of legit, kind of a badass. Was that you?
In what class?
ITB?
Oh no,
maybe?
that was me. So
I had nothing
I don't
else.
know her personally. She's all hearsay. She was a machine gunner with 1-8, and yeah, she's a fucking badass. Chase. Actually, yeah, didn't she dated your buddy?
She went to AMGC.
Yeah, on the East Coast.
Yeah, she ended
she's
up.
badass.
She ended up marrying one of my best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know this.
He's also a 31.
I know this person. I
Love
met
that
her.
first machine gun.
Shout out. I know this person. I met her. Never had a relationship besides social media. Honest God, wife. And she winds up joining the Marine Corps, wants to fly planes, and I'm trying to educate her. No, that's Army
Warrant officer.
warrant
route.
officer. The Marine Corps doesn't really have that. Goes infantry. Just graduated SOI. Is in LAR. She was a Muay Thai competitive fighter. Kind of a fucking badass, right?
yeah. I'll
Top
beat
of
her
her
ass.
class, PT. Possibly, yes. But my thing on that, and what you say, is I remember when I was in Corps school, all the females got selected to go to FMTB first. That's where we get our MARPATs.
Yeah.
And the reservists, because they were going to recon detached, This dude, something last name Jeff Ramsey, whatever. He's a coordinator. Some push. It's we're sending females. And it's fuck, dude. And if you mention this guy's name, all corpsmen know who he is. It's just fuck that guy. He's a civilian. He can't get fired.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. And I remember telling one of the dudes I was going to FMTB first, I was like, I don't care about females. I don't care what
Yeah.
your gender is. I do have one qualm. But my thing is can you pick up a Marine?
That's my
Can
thing.
you pick up that big motherfucker from Fox Company?
Whitehurst.
Whitehurst.
Who's
I don't think I could pick that
Who's
motherfucker up.
Can you drag him though?
Oh yeah,
I could drag him
for sure.
Can you drag him for a good bit
Yeah.
and get him to safety?
If I had to, probably.
yeah.
Can you do the physical thing that you need to do to save someone's life, to be combat effective?
Yeah.
If you can do that, I don't give a fuck.
Same, dude. I've told my wife this. I'm like, I don't care. Women in the infantry, whatever. We have to adapt. The organization has to adapt with a new day and age because it's you have to.
It's unfortunate,
But if you can, I'll say it. If you can carry the fucking boats,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, good on you. I'll put you in my section.
no,
I don't care.
I'm with that too.
That's badass.
Now
Because
they're-
then
they're
then she
fighting-
can out PT some dudes? Like,
Yeah, well, my buddies that are squad instructors or combat coaches or whatever
Identify as squad adjacent, yes.
whatever the fuck they call themselves, nowadays at IM or SOI. They have a bunch of not a bunch, but they have like a good amount of chicks in their course, and really they're putting out hardcore
because they have something to prove in a sense.
but they're just fighting biology.
Yeah.
Now, there was a study.
Like they're just fighting biology.
I have no reference. I have no frame of reference. When I was in 1-7 in Afghanistan, some article was put out about, I don't know, I don't even want to talk about that, but it came up that in a combat situation, if a female gets hurt, males are more willing to take risk in order to save that female over a male.
That's like a natural,
it's a natural evolutionary thing. Yes.
Human being, like, mindset.
Right. And my whole thing about it was, do you know what lionesses are?
Like the type, or like a female.
It was a thing in MARSOC. MARSOC's not very old, and they had female counterpart. Their main role was when MARSOC's in an area and they need information, the lioness would be there to talk to the female, because by Sharia law or whatever, that female can't talk to a male or her husband can kill her.
Yeah.
So they had lionesses, and they would have badass lionesses. And I heard a story about someone going through MARSOC. There was a female. She was slick, meaning not wearing armor. And they were in full rucks. And they go, all right, you got to catch the bunny. She's going to go. And if y'all catch up to her, that's the goal. And she fucking took off. She was hard as fuck. And they could not catch up to this lioness.
I mean, that makes sense. How heavy were the rucks?
I don't know, whatever. MARSOC's very standardized, so whatever.
In A&S they did that?
Yeah.
Why'd they make her the rabbit, though?
I don't know. I don't know the story. This is all unvalidified. Fucking could be total horseshit. Tribal word. If I was making decisions, I would say, y'all want to be female infantry? Great. We have female infantry battalion. Y'all operate the way y'all operate. Y'all, dude.
Did you just say a female infantry battalion?
Why not?
Because they would get wiped off the face of the earth. They would get fucked. They would get shit on.
Platoon, company, whatever. I don't care. But because of this nature, I don't know how strong it is. I don't know if it is to train someone out of that.
Yeah.
But what we're talking about is the nature of a female getting hurt in combat. Males are more likely instinctive to take risk in order to help that person. Instead of if it was a male. I don't know if that's provable by science not to be the truth, but make their own element of infantry women. Have them around to be used.
They would get fucked up. They had a whole study. The Marine Corps did a whole study.
Actually, my old platoon commander was part of that.
A female?
Yeah, they did a whole fucking study where they took an all-female fucking squad or whatever.
It was like a platoon.
Platoon.
Yeah.
And then they took obviously an all-male platoon, and they got smoke checked.
I mean, that is this Kristen Beck person we'll talk about.
Shout out to
what's
her name?
Yeah, but Kristen Beck has no validity on this.
No
Validity because she did it as a man.
That person was talking about, all right, I am now a female.
Caitlyn Jenner, shout out.
If I went into a UFC match with any female, I would most likely, and Joe Rogan even weighed in on it. He was like, now, depending on the grade of champion you're fighting.
Yeah, who are we fighting?
Right. But he made a very intellectual statement about, what is your weight class? He's like, I'm 180. He's like, there's no females that are 180.
No, fuck no.
Yeah.
And there have been fights in Russia and shit where...
What's like that swimmer, that dude that identifies as a girl.
This all came up in that
fucking dumb.
And now
I'll be
literally
proper,
like she... Huh?
Keep going.
Like she's now trying to go to the Olympics.
360th or something like that.
Come on now.
In the fucking country, and then she wins the national championship.
That I don't agree with.
How
'cause-
fucking dumb.
Right.
Like, why would you even want to do that?
Stop
Why would,
yelling.
Am I yelling? I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah, just put it out here if you're gonna yell.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that
Can you hear
because
me?
like
I'm drunk. Hear what I have to say.
it's like you're into powerlifting, right?
I'm into Olympic lifting.
Oh, Olympic lifting,
Though I'm
like-
not practicing at the moment.
Yeah, but like if we take you and Steffi Cohen, badass, she's fucking Haas, like pound for pound, you're gonna outperform her.
No,
but that's
absolutely not.
physiologically.
Actually, not really.
Actually, no.
So
Well,
in,
she's
in
doing-
Buring,
Cohen's going to outlift us.
she's very strong.
in Buring, the way I warm up is I do a little treadmill work.
Yeah, I
I
remember
was
that.
and y'all might remember this because y'all were
Stop
trolling.
yelling.
Y'all were trolling me on Snapchat with it.
Oh, we were. That's right.
Oh, I forgot about our group chat.
And rest in peace.
R.I.P..
Let's bring it back.
Beat Rambo's ass.
Maybe I brought you donuts on your birthday. I didn't get the reciprocation.
When's your birthday?
No, your birthday, brother. I woke up early in the
I
morning.
remember that.
Got Krispy Kreme donuts as a nice thing to you. You're just like, well, whatever.
Say that.
Yeah.
You're fucking. He's lying.
I did a nice thing.
He
dude.
is fucking lying. I
So-
said thank
so
you so much. You were pissed off at Weldon because he was like, no, I don't want the donut. I took the donut
I
because
didn't offer Weldon a donut.
No,
guess you
that
did.
was a cookie situation.
I love
Yeah,
donuts.
that was
I did
cookies.
not
that was a
take
that
the
was-
Starbucks cookie situation.
That was a thing where I noticed.
You did get super mad at me about the fucking pizza that one time though, because I think I was pissed off.
Oh, yeah, we went-
transgenders.
Are we gonna keep going back to transgenders?
Nah, dude, we lost it.
Frankly,
All right.
I don't give a fuck
let's
about transgenders.
let's just say I woke up early on your birthday. I had prior knowledge very previously that
We made a big deal
that
about your birthday.
there
yeah,
was
your mind is playing tricks on you.
that
though.
there was Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, your mind's playing tricks on you.
I got you donuts
Beering?
for your birthday. Yes, they
Really?
had them early in the morning, but they were usually all gone by we went to chow.
Oh, is that Chow? Oh,
I
that's right.
went up as early as I could, that my body would let me wake, and I got you donuts, and I did not get the reciprocation. Now
This
I knew
guy,
it was a
you
funny
are fucking
thing.
lying. You are fucking lying. It was you. Your mind is playing tricks on you because I accepted those donuts, and I was
A
very
specialist E4 in the Army ain't shit. No, a corporal. All right. I remember that situation.
Quick sidebar.
What are you talking about?
Kuwait is. I hate to
shit,
say it's
it's
not.
a
It's
sand hole.
it's not a deployment. There's Starbucks there, and it was good.
Just relax.
I partook.
Just relax.
I partook
because
in.
if you can do training, it's a deployment.
Yeah.
I can
So
make that one.
let's
All right.
calmly discuss this.
What are you?
There was a funny thing that I noticed that you and Weldon would do, that if we went to Subway and we bought a cookie, that you would eat it.
We did.
If you like offered it to me,
Hey, Rambo.
like if you offered it to me,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we bought you a cookie. You'd be like, no, I'm not eating that shit. And then within 15 minutes, you'd be like, all right, give me that fucking cookie.
yeah, I'm a big fan of cookies.
And I tried doing that to
the Subway
Weldon.
cookies are good.
And he was just like, nah, I ain't fucking eating that shit. You can just have your cookie back.
We were
And
watching that movie. We were watching Hustle and Flow that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's part of me that regrets moving into that room.
Dude, super fun though. Tell me you didn't have a good time.
It was fun. Can I ask something that might be awkward?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't care.
What happened towards the end of the deployment? I felt like y'all were cold.
I think I think we all hit the wall of living with each other for so long.
Okay.
And we had
yeah, we were towards
We-
that to each other with everybody.
we
Okay.
came back from the Afghanistan,
Yeah.
and I think it was just a weird point in time with that and just living together for what, like
All
2-3 months.
Yeah,
do
because
y'all
I would
remember
I would
that?
like go like yeah.
Because there was little
for sure.
things like that
I would-
you would
I-
do, that he would do.
Yeah,
like John
like I would
do, that
go
piss
alone.
me off.
Yeah,
what did
yeah.
I do? I always wanted self-criticism.
Snoring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't do anything about snoring.
Yeah, that's kind
but
of like out of your hands.
you can't do anything about it. But I was so angry.
Did y'all invite me to the room because of my Wi-Fi?
I had my own. I had my own puck.
I sold you
Is
that.
the Wi-Fi?
You did, yeah,
No,
you
we
did. Yeah, when I
legitimately.
got
I think we were guarding ourselves against Sorovi.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Love you,
But we
Sorovi.
also
I
wanted.
I actually.
I
he
love
is
No,
a-
Sorovi.
Sorovi.
I love Sorovi.
Sorovi. I gotta say, like, as I feel like people tend to jump on Weldon's train, you know,
Yes.
and it's easy to.
Yeah.
It's easy to say Sorovi's like this and that, but Sorovi's been nothing.
He's such a good dude.
But
I
like,
love him to death.
he's
love
been a
Sorovi.
fucking good dude to me.
Yeah.
Ever since I've known him, and like he's not like
He called me a few days ago.
He's never really been annoying. And every time I call him, he's like, "Hey man, how's the kiss going or whatever." Like,
So Rovi is a friend of the family. He has come over. My wife loves him. I'm a big fan, and I recognize that people can have their differences.
yeah, of course.
He is eager. I understand that.
Yeah.
But I think I talked to y'all about how I approach him. He is younger than me, and
Yeah, him and
he
I are
does
the
get
same age.
excited.
No.
And I will be like, yo, chill out. He does crazy shit. Yeah, he stacks 3-1's armory window with trash that they left off. I think that's
loves to
actually
see it.
awesome.
Yeah, but the thing is with that, like, if somebody would have come out and like fucking said something to him, like,
Oh, yeah.
I would have been on their ass.
It's kind of like
because
kinda
I
like
watched him do it, right? I
younger
watched him do it,
sibling.
and I was like, you know what? Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm kind of on Sorovi's side when he was doing it. But like, if somebody would have come out and said something to Sorovi in like an aggressive manner, like, I would have been the first person.
Well,
to, like, fucking
it's kind of like
jump
the
in that
younger
ass.
sibling type thing. Like, yeah, you can talk shit to like
Yeah.
yourself, but when someone else does, it's like, all right, dude, like, fuck no.
He's a motivator, and I do appreciate that about him.
He's very passionate.
And he's a fucking good machine gunner.
He is.
Yeah.
He's a good fucking machine gunner.
Knowledgeable.
Yeah, he knows a lot of shit about
Yeah.
machine guns. Like,
Knowledgeable,
is this
passionate.
because he's so like
He's
in your
he's very
face,
forward,
like-
very upfront.
He's abrasive.
Yeah.
In the way he comes off.
but not in a negative manner. Like, he's not
No.
like a dick. Like,
He's
just
also eager for word,
very
and
happy.
I did witness that, and I am eager for word, and
Yeah.
I had that frustration
Keep your
Yeah.
Marines informed.
where it's
That's like my
he's
main
he's
one.
trying to
Yeah.
pull out information, and y'all are getting frustrated with him on just his mannerisms.
Yeah.
I didn't like. I wish there was a way for us to like stay in that camaraderie.
I miss it, dude. I'll tell you right now. Like,
if we were able to stay in the group that we had, right, for
Like
say,
the 81s tent.
yeah, fuck them though.
Fuck
Those are
them.
fucking
Yeah,
retards.
bunch of
Sorry, I
carnies.
yelled that
Bunch of
really
retards.
loud.
Wait, I got Westbrook in my.
oh yeah, I
fucking,
remember you telling me about that. Hannigan.
Hannigan's turned out to be a real
He's a good
cool
dude.
guy, brother. Yeah? He's turned out to be I know that we had that incident at that range.
Yeah,
And he
I
was
think
a complete
that just
faggot
rubbed
to
me
us.
the wrong way.
He was a
because
complete faggot to us, but he's a cool dude.
Is he?
He's a real cool dude.
I don't know what it is about Gatey ones, and we have a
Bunch
Gatey.
of carnies, dude.
We have
bunch of retards.
we have a Gatey one that just showed up to golf, and he was doing some like clerk work. I was like, "Aren't you from 81s?"
What's his name?
I don't know. I have no fuck. I think he was a boot last cycle.
Damn.
And he's like, I'm in golf. I'm like,
Well, it's like
yeah, but I haven't fucking seen you.
Yeah.
You're fucking, and I said it. I was like, you're a Gatey one, aren't you? He's like, yeah. And it's just like,
So there were some cool dudes in 81s. Like the dude I was sharing.
who say his name and I'll fucking blast him quick.
I don't know.
but absolutely, there are cool individuals.
Who?
But as
Yeah.
a whole,
What?
Carruthers was cool.
Yeah.
No, all right, so, okay.
Carruthers is good.
You're
people.
right. Carruthers and
I-
Campanella, I like.
Yeah,
I like the
Camp's
corpsman
good
over there,
people.
Campanellan. We had our issue.
Yeah.
We figured it out. Mendoza was the one that fucked me over on that. But
Mendoza. Who's Mendoza?
so
Mendoza is Mendoza.
do y'all know the situation that happened with me and Campanella?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we were
in
all
the,
there.
in the
Yeah,
fucking
in
tent.
the tent.
Right. So they
Or
were
the
being
hooch.
loud as fuck.
Yeah,
3
yeah,
o'clock
yeah.
in the morning. Oh, I told them to be quiet. And then it's 9 o'clock after chow. I'm throwing a football against lockers. I'm being an asshole. I can see that.
Yeah.
And then Mendoza picks up their gear.
Oh, and the Kevlar falls,
the
right?
last thing that happened is he picks up their gear and drops it on the ground. After I just had a
Who's
conversation.
Mendoza? I'm thinking. Yeah.
Are you kidding?
I'm
We're
an
talking
idiot.
about our Mendoza.
Yeah, I know. It didn't click. Yeah.
But after
Reyes.
like one of the dudes is just like, hey, can you fucking stop? I was like, oh, that's funny. You should ask. That's weird how that works. You want me to stop. I wanted y'all to stop this
Yeah.
morning, but y'all are being inconsiderate of us.
Yeah.
But Campanella also had no idea what was going on
Yeah.
in our hooch because he was a fucking staff sergeant.
Camp's good people.
I knew
oh,
it.
he's
though.
a fucking homie.
Yeah. He's not. He's actually at Edson Range now.
When Mendoza let go of that Kevlar, I was like, that is the straw. And he
broke the
mentioned it. He's
camel's
like,
back.
something about a Kevlar? I was just like, fuck, man, yeah. Like, yeah, I'm an asshole. I approached this wrong. But
Where are we going with this? Where's
I
this
don't
going?
fucking
I have no idea, actually. Now that you
transgenders,
said
I
that, those transgenders are really fucked.
Gatey ones, dude. Y'all was
Yeah.
talking about Gatey ones are cool. You're gonna say some ones, and he was gonna shoot it down.
Oh no, the dude I shared a head with, he was with 81s. He was another sergeant. Super cool guy.
Who? Who?
I don't remember his name. He was Mexican.
Z's not a bad guy though.
Nah, that guy's a fucking faggot.
He had major OPSEC.
He's a faggot.
Really?
Oh yeah, with the wife, situation.
He would tell his wife stuff, and she would post it immediately. Like, y'all are coming home this date.
Oh my god, dude.
He's not a bad guy. I've had.
I think
I
he's
don't
a
like
fucking
him.
faggot.
I think
don't
you
like
judge
him.
too hard.
I don't like him.
I maybe I do. I will admit that like I think that maybe I do like judge people too hard.
think you gotta-
like immediately off the rip.
Yeah.
But like after like kind of being around him and stuff,
Yeah.
I was like, you're kind of a faggot. And like
That happens.
you know, and that's fine.
I
Like
think you
people,
gotta-
you know what the thing is though. Like I will say this about people, right? Like I will say that I think he's a faggot, right? Or I think someone else is a faggot. But then like, you know what's probably been said about me?
Yeah, the same
Has
thing.
probably been some heinous
Dude,
shit.
There's a corpsman that your name came up when I was brand new. They're like, Rambo, fuck that guy. I was like, do you know him? He's like, no. I was like, why do you say that? He's like, his last name. I was like, that's super
He
fucking.
said because of my last
Yeah,
name.
I was like, that's super unfair. Like,
Well,
how-
that's dumb.
yeah. I
Well,
was
that's dumb. At least I have had interactions with Z. Like I don't just
Yeah.
say
Oh, dude, that
randomly
one-
"fuck that guy."
that one-
I'm
yeah.
just saying that
this person
maybe I
is
am
a little bit notorious. He might be my neighbor down the street, but he is a little bit notorious. I'm just like, fuck that dude, and I will dig, especially when he says it. Like, do you know him? What do you base that off? Because I like to do that.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna leave with a bad taste in my mouth, why?
I mean, like I've definitely like
Well,
I've always thought about this. Like, could you imagine if you had a list?
If you had a name, last name Rambo, is that what you're saying?
No. If you had a
okay.
list of, if you had a list of everything anybody's ever said about you,
Oh, dude, I would have a very
like
long list.
no, like bad things,
Very long.
I'll say.
Yeah.
Like I would imagine that my list would be like wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, but unvalidified.
But what left a bad taste about
That's what I'm saying.
of
yeah.
what said individual Z
Yeah.
was
Said individual fucking Zelensky.
yeah. Remember that night when we were on post?
Yes, it was the fucking
Dude,
dumbest shit. I was like,
that
motherfucker.
pissed me off.
I was like, motherfucker, who are you talking to? You're a fucking
'Cause
boot
we're-
sergeant.
We were getting ripped
Stop
out.
talking to us.
Because it was Rambo and I and Jen. Shout out Jen.
Jen's been on the podcast before
Has
by
he?
name.
Has
No.
Oh.
I just can't imagine
I was like,
interviewing Jen and be like, Jen and Gossett would be the perfect horrible podcast. Well,
You
I got
really
the
wanna
shit.
fuck your viewers?
I got the shit, and the fucking Gossett's just like,
I cried.
my name is Gossett.
This is too stressful. But anyways, going back. Neither here nor there.
Come on, that's
come on.
funny.
Come on, though. Come on.
I know.
Oh my god,
that-
you
that
gave
was-
it to him way harder than we
That was an
did.
ill taste. Anyways,
You
going
gave
back.
it to
going
him
back,
way
going back,
harder
going
than
back.
we did.
We're gonna go
When?
back. We're gonna go
After.
back. We're gonna,
Yeah,
After.
for a purpose.
we're gonna go back to this
Let's
individual.
dox him, dude. What's his address? What's the Brick's address?
No, but we were on post and we were getting ripped out by Gatey ones.
Mm.
And he comes up and Rambo and I were like keeping an eye on people. He's
Z,
like-
right?
yeah.
Z, context.
And he comes up. He's like, so you like you're gonna fucking brief me? I'm like, can you give me a fucking second? I'm like, obviously I'm looking out the window for a fucking reason, not for my own health. Then like, dude, that left a really bad
And
taste in my
he
mouth.
did that, and then I was like, all right, motherfucker, like,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's up. And I told him, you know, what was going on so that he could stay on the gun or whatever he was doing because he was already hot. And I really wasn't
Yeah.
that hot, but I kind of like looked at him like, why don't you like just relax? Because I don't think that he knew who he was talking to.
Yeah.
I think I
'Cause he
thought,
thought there was
I
probably
think he
boots
thought
up
it was
there.
boots or something like
Yeah.
that. And so like I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but like he definitely changed his demeanor when fucking Rod snapped back on him.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, sorry, like this is what we got going on. Like here, I'll give you this.
You know what I found?
And I was kind of pissed though. That they were taking our position, or like that we were going to get bedded down because I was like, what if something pops off? Because we were so close.
were
Me,
This is Afghan, right?
Yeah.
me and Rod were so close. Well, I was on the gun and I was like,
I had my info up.
I'm like,
What gun?
ask-
What are y'all talking about?
We
on
had
the 240.
On the Vic or what?
No, we were
Nah, we were looking at the.
remember the elevated like tower?
Yeah, Snipe Tower.
No, so it was a different one.
Okay.
So we occupied that one. It was Rambo, Jen, and I.
And I'm fucking looking. This is just the instance that I'm talking about. We're looking at the cornfield, because people
These
started
motherfuckers were mobbing.
People started
over.
moving into the cornfield, and I'm behind the gun. I jumped on the gun. We like kicked Jen down the fucking stairs. So it's me and Rod because
Jen, wait in the ladder well.
yeah, exactly.
He was outside.
Yeah, we kicked him down.
Oh, shit,
You know he has a charger.
I do.
And
That's Syria money.
and I'm looking with my 31s. I'm on the gun, and I was like, fuck, man, like I'm gonna shoot these fuckers. Like I'm gonna fucking rip these fucking people to shreds right now. And Rod's like, yeah, do it. And I'm like,
Instigating.
and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And he was like, well, you know, like
I've had this.
I called over the snipers. I was like, hey, you guys see all this?
yeah, he's like,
no, I
well,
can't see anything.
like, can you guys see anything? And like we're like second guessing each other.
Yeah.
And like Leavenworth starts popping up in my mind, and I'm like, fuck, like I don't know if I should shoot these motherfuckers, but I think it was like 30 seconds later they jumped out on the
like the
on
other
the
side?
far side,
Yeah.
the right side of the tree line. But like I don't know. I think that when it comes back to like dudes calling dudes out, you know, like with the Z thing,
Yeah.
you know, like Rod did it, you know,
Yeah.
but like
Oh, yeah.
I think we're on the same page, and I think I learned that from Weldon, you know,
Yeah.
because pretty much like he grew me up.
I think Weldon instilled you of some very old school Marine Corps.
Yeah, because I'm a big proponent on like fucking uniforms. I'm a big proponent on we'll say proper greetings of the day, like but we also like I'm also a fucking big proponent on like being good at your job.
Yeah.
Because
Hell
I
yeah.
hate motherfuckers. And I will call and like it's not like I feel like people think that like when like John, like no offense to John, he's like 5'6". He's like 100 and maybe 65 pounds.
You're
maybe
stating facts, dude.
maybe right.
Yeah.
And I remember as a boot, like I was terrified of the motherfucker. I was
Yeah.
terrified. And I have fucking seniors that were terrified of him. But he's like 5'6". He's like 165 pounds. Like if he stepped to me now, I would fucking beat his ass.
The Tasmanian, dude.
Yeah,
5'8".
I would beat his ass now though. But like the respect that he instills,
Yeah.
you know, and that's what I've like. The guy's just good at like everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty much.
He
Like,
He is.
He
I
is.
think
He's
he has a
good.
bright future. Y'all know what we're talking about in the
Oh, yeah.
sector he's going into.
Yeah.
I really do.
and
there's
we
a-
can talk about this one
Yeah.
offline.
Yeah.
We can talk about.
And then
this
there's
one
another person that maybe was trying to get a Glock back and was in a place with you
Oh.
that is trying to go to that sector. And I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Somebody name drop him. Fuck it.
Who? Yeah. He was in Cat Rojo.
I like him.
Who?
No, I
What's
like
his last name? I don't fucking.
The Balrog. I don't want to
the
name
biggest
drop.
one in Cat Red. He was in
His name is
He's trying to go where,
to the murky waters of the army.
yeah.
brother?
Might
Good
have
luck,
to
'cause-
might have to bleep that one out.
Yeah, I will beep that out. I like the guy.
Do whatever.
I
you
like
want.
him.
No, I don't like him at all. Actually,
Hey,
in fact,
that's all you, bro.
in fact, when we did our fucking PFT,
Yeah.
and he
Oh,
came
yeah.
in, oh my god, he came in at a fucking 28-minute
And it was
PFT, and it was half a mile short.
Yeah.
Half a mile. That's a wild to me. And then that was like the list, like
Yeah.
that was like the list of who's going into your area of
Yeah.
Syria. And I was like, you can't put out enough to be like, hey, this is, you know, like, hey,
On
Take
that
me to
on that
Syria?
note, like where what I thought I had it in my head, I like churched it up. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna do some badass shit. Did not, for the record.
Yeah. You watch a lot of video cameras?
what do you
I
mean
did.
I'm badass in what? Like I did some badass shit in or Syria.
I did not do anything.
Gotta
cool.
bleep
Well,
that
I'm-
shit out now, man.
I mean, I I shot rockets.
What?
I did demo. I did 120s, but like,
yeah, that's badass shit.
well, yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
I was
he's-
expecting like going out on like convoys and like patrols.
yeah, I
we
mean
were
that
on
was
combat
all
patrols.
designated for the
Where you-
SF
yeah.
dudes. They
Yeah.
we were where we were a parade of puppets that drove around.
I was just
I
there
don't
to
even think that. We did
help
some
out.
cool shit. And honestly,
but our
I
job was-
would be a parade of puppets. For
Our
that
job was to wear Marpats,
yeah.
Be the
Have a-
identifying
You were the
force.
overt part.
have a American flag on our vehicles
Yeah, we were the
pretty cool.
overt part for sure.
in
Blackbeard.
order to legitify that being a military base
Yeah.
and not what it actually was.
Yeah.
Nothing happens behind those chain link fence in the interrogation area. Like, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but it's also funny that they think that.
Did
I
you
don't-
know I
I don't
freaked
know if-
Duffy out? I mean, Cat
Oh,
Red
yeah,
freaked
yeah.
Duffy out.
Old
Oh,
Duffy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Duffy
I heard
thought
he was
he was
a
gonna-
mess. when he
Duffy
got
thought
there.
that he was gonna land us some hot shit. Like we were fucking getting smoked.
Dude, no
every
lie.
day.
I thought that was gonna be us in Afghanistan because I remember
Yeah.
asking. I
Yeah,
remember
somebody-
asking Gunny.
Yeah,
I'm like,
First
what is
Sergeant
this
fucking told us that.
situation on the ground? He's like, no one knows. I was like,
No,
how?
somebody said something about fucking taking fire as soon as we landed on the ground in Afghanistan. And I was like, I'm going condition 1, ASAP Rocky.
I was already condition 1.
I was conditioned.
took the
I was
gun-
condition 3 the whole
No,
time.
I was sa-
I
I'm
was
talking-
never condition 1 the whole time.
I'm talking about the 240.
I'm a medic, so
I'm rocking out the fucking plane condition 1.
Wait, so you weren't condition 2 in the 240?
You know what?
Funny
I
joke.
was-
You guys wouldn't understand.
I
you
was
don't fucking know.
I was on the way, and then when we got right before we landed, I went condition 1. But I was condition
I was
2.
condition 1 the whole time.
I was
I was
condition.
not. Do you
I was
remember?
condition 2.
Do you remember? I forget what. I had no idea. My mental state was conditioned, dude. It does not apply. Do y'all remember? Maybe y'all were there, maybe y'all weren't. But some dudes from a line company coming out of our gate, whatever you want to designate that gate,
Yeah.
and they fucking slammed their
Oh
bolts
no,
back.
dude, those were
Oh,
that was
yeah.
recon.
That
Was it really?
Yes, that was the recon
Those
unit
guys
from the
are
Mew.
fucking
Do you remember me just like, oh
Yeah,
god,
'cause
damn,
I was next to you,
badasses,
yeah.
dude?
They're all tools. Fuck you, recon.
Yeah, those guys
for the
are
record.
fucking faggots.
They probably weren't recon. They're probably trailer.
No,
Do
they
you-
were they were
No, they were
legit.
Do you
recon.
remember that?
Yeah,
the
the
trailer
trailer
platoon.
platoon.
We
Yeah.
had the fat lady passing out, fake passing out.
Yeah,
and I'm
and they-
just like, are y'all recon? Like, we're trailer.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the fuck that is. I need a fucking corpsman because I don't have time for
Well, I
this
heard
shit.
the corpsman was an idiot too.
They were
I don't
not-
think he was a SARC because obviously
I
a SARC
did-
would be with the platoon.
I did talk to the SARC, but they were infantry attached. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
trailer means.
Yeah.
And they're like, what's her AV poo? When's the last time this person's fucking, which is like a mental thing. Not a mental thing, but like a vital signs and all this
Yeah.
shit. She's like, she's diaphoretic. When's the last time this person's ate or had it? I'm like, brother, you haven't been outside that gate.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking wasting my time.
Dude, they throw MREs away.
Do the thing you're going to do. I got to go. I understand by the book shit. Y'all are new here, but like,
Yeah, fuck all that.
I'm out there, dude.
Yeah.
And they
That's
call
the
me.
thing. They were on the other side of the gate the whole time.
I don't know.
The whole
That was-
time. And then when they finally drove
Yeah.
the little fucking luggage cart through, they were like mad at me for tossing waters behind me. I was like, I don't give a fuck who gets a water. Somebody, like, as long as people get water.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to, like, hand it out to, like, and they're like, why the fuck are you fucking throwing the water at them? I'm like, I'm not throwing it at them. I'm throwing it to them, okay? Relax, you fucking retards.
Dude, there was who was the guy? Chigoya's friend. What was his name?
Which one?
The guy that's kind of decent, but
Mansfield?
Mansfield.
Yeah.
Mansfield chucks a water into the crowd, rips a dude's earlobe, and that was one of the things where to those trailer corpsmen, I was like, "You guys got a suture kit?" And they're like, "Well, I don't." And I was like, "Dude, I can fucking suture right now. I swear to God, I don't have a kit.
Yeah.
At least I didn't know I did." But they're like, "Well, it's been some time." They're like, "Anyway, this dude's got laceration. I gotta fucking go, man. You guys suck."
Yeah.
The
Moral of the story
recon
is,
dudes were the fucking worst.
dude, kind of a sidebar, but they were out at the range. They were doing the annual qual, and they had like they had the vortex or one of the vortex optics that that's issued to them. Didn't know how to shoot it. Didn't know how to zero it. Our gunner, the battalion gunner, had to take their weapon and zero it for them. Recon, like straight up.
You know the story about Spencer with the regular army showing up to that place we were at? Do you know about that? We had a 4-hour watch on the roof,
Oh,
which was pointless.
yeah.
And these dudes show up and are like, "Yeah, we all have these PVS 14s, but which are NVGs, night vision goggles."
Yeah.
And he goes, "They're all broken though. We all have issued ones that are broken." It's like, "Let me see."
Power move. The gain knob was turned down.
Takes off the lens cap and turns it on. And he's like, "Yeah, they work." He's like, "Oh. Well, I'm not going to tell anyone that because we don't have to use these because they're broken."
That's kind of dumb, especially where
Yeah, and then
Where we're
a
at.
week later they biffed a concrete barrier.
I heard about that. That's funny.
I would have taken them from him.
Yeah. It's like, you don't need these then.
Bro, I never got the opportunity because I never got the opportunity to come across any like actual gear. And I wish it was actual gear as in like if there was a rifle right here and then there was a fucking army dude right there. Or a Marine. Frankly, I don't give a fuck.
I wouldn't want a PBS 14.
I wish
be
that I would
honest.
have because I would fuck that guy up.
Yeah.
And then I would take his shit. In Afghanistan, we were doing some wild shit. I would literally, there was no rules. We stole.
It was cowboy
We
as fuck.
stole.
That was
fucking
so badass.
like
dude.
4 fucking.
Oh, the trucks?
What are they called?
The JLVs,
The JLTVs?
JLTVs.
They're not JLTVs, but
MRAPs?
they're not MRAPs. They're the big ass fucking army
Oh,
ones.
the
big ass army ones.
Yeah, I know which one you're
We
talking
stole
about.
4 of these
Yeah.
fucking army variant JLTVs or MRAPs,
Yeah.
right? We stole them.
The Max Pros.
Max Pros.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
stole
And
them.
then we had a very high ranking
Yeah,
enlisted
he came up to me.
convinced that we actually did
I told you about that, right?
a turnover. No, I was watching.
No, I know, but because he was gone, because you were in the Vic that took someone from battalion. So we were all hanging out there, and he's like a sergeant first class or some dumb shit
Yeah.
like that. He comes up, he's like, hey, he's like, those are some nice Vics you got there. I was like, yeah, thanks, man. I was like, yeah, I know. And we spray painted BLACKBEARD all over.
Yeah,
him.
that was our folly.
Yeah. He's like, wow. He's like, these are ours. I was like, no. I was like, no, they're not. He's
But
like, yeah. He's like,
You had him convinced because
Oh, yeah.
he was like, oh, I guess I just don't remember, and he started going into why these are such privileged vehicles and what
Yeah.
their capacity were.
and he's
all
like
this different
asking me
shit.
about like going on Muse and shit. And then their lieutenant comes up. I was like, fuck me.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. He's like, he started checking serial numbers. He's like, yeah. He's like, these are ours. I'm like, well, you know what, sir? I'm like, you're gonna have to bring it up to my platoon commander. Like, he's not here right now. And that's when you guys ran out and we're like, let's fucking go.
That, I was chirping the whole time. You're like, we should just fucking take off, guys.
Yeah.
I'm a corpsman, dude. I don't hold any weight. But I was like, yeah, we should just fucking leave.
It'd been so funny.
Dude, that was
'Cause
great.
we went left.
Yeah.
And then like
And we started running people.
we
Then
literally went 500 yards down the fucking road. Like, I don't know why these fucking retards that were like, we like picked up like 2 master guns or whatever. Like, I don't know why they couldn't just walk
Yeah, I
down to
remember that.
fucking 1/8 position and like literally walk there.
Was that why
'Cause
we
we
were
walked
there?
there.
Yes, it was why we were waiting.
I
we
would
walked
say-
there. We all went to that post. Remember?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That's when that was Brits, right? And they're like letting off rounds and shit. We're like peeking over the.
Oh, that was
the
that was a
edge.
Taliban that was firing off rounds.
No, the
But that
Taliban was
1/8 post though.
yeah.
there was Taliban on the other side, just like kind of sporadic bullshit gunfire, which is weird to think about. But and then there was a dude that would just like pop pop pop
Yeah.
pop pop pop.
It might have been the Brits. Yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah,
believable.
Brits are not. Do y'all believe said guy that is Chigoya's friend? Do y'all believe his story about that Brit shooting a dude in front of him?
No,
No.
not at all.
Really?
Not one bit.
No,
No.
No, it's so funny. It's so funny seeing those tattoos that all those fucking retards got.
Oh,
About
the skull and
little
the
skulls. Like, first off, like you.
What does the
are-
skull signify?
It's
well, they had the skulls, but they had a
I don't know what it
hear
is,
no.
actually.
Because I had
Hear no evil,
see no
fear
evil,
no
and
evil, and
speak
see
no evil. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they had like bandanas. It was the colors of the Afghan flag, like the
It's
red,
like
black, and
everybody
green.
got that as soon as they got back, and I was like, in my mind, like I'm like, first off, we only spent like 14 days in Afghanistan. Like, it wasn't like we were in Sangin.
We got $3.50 a day. Remember that? Fuck
and
up
then
on mine?
and then so when the bomb went off, right? You and John went down there,
Yeah.
and then I got the guys,
Yeah.
and
And,
I was
you
like,
start throwing them on the wall.
and then I fucking was like, we need security. Put them on security. They never saw anything.
yeah.
Other than like, yeah, they never saw anything.
Because it was all of us at the CCP.
They
Like,
never saw anything crazy. I put them on security because I went down there and you guys were like, "Oh, we have literally too many people down here."
Yeah.
There's like 1 million fucking chiefs, and I was like, "Okay, that makes sense." So like, so many people down here. So I put those guys on security, so they never saw anything.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like they never fucking saw anything, and it's so like.
it's like the flex and the humble brag of wearing a black strap. You know, the wristband.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I can't wait. No, there's nothing wrong with it at
Yeah.
all. But
Yeah.
They wear it as a badge of honor.
yeah, the people are like
I fucking-
that fuck up and speak about it like, oh, I can't wait until the day I
No,
it's
fuck
like,
no,
dude, do you
dude.
realize what you're saying?
Yeah.
I don't think that you
People-
wear it for that,
No, not
but
at all.
like
yeah. I wear it in
some-
commemoration.
some dudes.
Like I don't even have names on here.
Some
like it
dudes-
says for the Marines and Sailor of 2-1 Gunsmoke.
Solid.
Like
some
that's
dudes
it.
wear that shit.
Yeah.
My
For the fact, so that I could ask them,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Why they have that, like who they knew, right? And it's so annoying because I have a bracelet too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I have a bracelet too. I have the same one he has,
Yeah.
and another one like the Stefan Hoover one.
Yeah.
That's just wrapped around my lamp
Yeah.
in my house, like next to all my other Marine Corps shit.
And like, look, I do want to commemorate them, but for me,
Yeah.
and the way I live my life, my former LPO gave me, he made like real thick ones. One day he's like, why aren't you wearing that? And I was like, well, first of all, I told you I didn't want one.
Yeah.
And it's nothing against like wanting one, but like, I don't want to pay for that. That's not my style.
Yeah.
I had it on my wrist for a couple days, and that's just not the way I live.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, well, I'm like, well, look, dude, that's you got to respect the way I.
How are they gonna? How's he gonna try to fault you for not like?
Right, and it wasn't a big deal or anything, but he's just like, well, I don't see you wearing. I'm like, dude, I told you, like, if these are pay to play, I don't want one.
Yeah.
Thank you for the gift. That isn't it's not in a special place, but I have that.
Yeah.
I do think about those dudes. It's just what it is. And the way I live my life, I don't wear it. That I don't fault anyone against that. But I wanted to say, the way I met y'all, sometimes, and I talk about this like me being a Marine first and like corpsmen that I served with, I forget that they didn't go through Marine Corps boot camp.
Oh yeah, you talked about that the last episode.
I forget that y'all are sergeants, and I remember specifically you got back from where you were.
Yeah.
And like you turned it on. I was like, oh, these guys are fucking sergeants.
I had to because all the idiots, man.
Oh yeah, dude.
They
Bunch
forced
of
my
turd
hand.
bags, bro.
Yeah, some of them, not all of them.
They figure their shit out, but I
Yeah.
forget, dude, because we have a relationship based on A, I'm a corpsman.
Yeah.
B, I'm a former 31.
Machine gunner.
Rah. And then but then y'all have y'all's roles that are very fucking pertinent. And then y'all turn that shit on and you're just like
But like also I felt like, you know, like you never did anything to where like we had to fucking snap or something, you know?
Yeah.
That's just your personality. You knew what the fuck you had to do, and
Yeah.
we trusted you in doing whatever you had to do. But like I also like Gonzo, like I'll fucking snap on that bitch all the time.
Gonzo's very blue side.
He means well.
Yeah.
He means
no,
well.
he means well. I love Gonzo.
Yeah, I love him
But
to
like
death.
I was never afraid, and I'm not saying I was afraid to snap on you, but like you never gave us the reason. We were just like, all right, like Cretan's fucking doing what he needs to do.
Yeah,
Like
you
we
were
don't
on
need
top
to
of it.
deal with this shit.
Gonzo's a soft soul.
Dude, he
I love Gonzo.
One
but
thing that
it's so
drives me
funny.
nuts in ITX that he would fall asleep in the truck when like in a live fire range.
Yeah.
But like, dude, I need you. Like, I need you. I need your eyes.
I think you were around. We had a grenade range.
Uh-huh.
Were you around for that?
No, I don't think I was. No.
We had a grenade range, and they called a cherry picker, and he was in the back of the safety Vic in like a JLTV armored with headphones.
Dude, he always did that. Yeah.
And it took forever. Like me and Mason are trying to throw grenades, and we like drop what we're doing. We don't know it's a cherry picker. It was kind of an asshole move on them.
Yeah.
And we're like running back there thinking some dude's blown the fuck up. And eventually he shows up. And they're like, yeah, we did this for a reason because we know sometimes y'all do that shit. And we're like, hey, Gonzo, what the fuck, man? Anyway.
Yeah, man. Fuck.
Don't you hate
good
it
dude.
when you stand up and cum drops out of your ass?
Dude, it's every Saturday night. It's fucking.
My asshole always is smelling like latex.
Dude, when I fart, it smells like semen and cocaine.
Yeah.
It's Actually, yeah, going back, the Mexican thing, you guys brought it up. Dude, fuck people that use Latinx.
Oh yeah,
my
thank you.
God.
Fuck people that use what?
So it's the identifier that Hispanics, Mexicans
Do you
use.
think that's an LA thing?
I think it is.
What
'Cause-
is it? What are we talking about?
So Latino, obviously Hispanic.
Latino?
Yeah, but they made it gender neutral because you have the conjugation where it's masculine and feminine, Latino and Latina.
Am I correct? And you can have 1 million females in a group and one male, and that conjugation is going to be male?
You could, but you can also use like gente, which people.
No fucking clue what that means.
It's just people. It means-
Okay.
But yeah, dude, Latinx never use it. I make fun of it. So
What is
much.
Latinx?
It's the gender neutral pronoun for Hispanics that instead of using Latino or Latina, they use Latinx, and that's like some woke Gen Z shit. Because fuck that. I'm Mexican. Like, that's me. I'm a down ass fool.
I remember trying to buy. I remember successfully buying a gun one time. Do you know the audit?
Oh yeah.
It's like, are you Hispanic? Blah 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 blah.
Uh-huh.
I was like, what is this shit about? And the gun
Every time I buy a gun, dude.
the gun store owner was just like, actually, that was pushed by the Latin community to have that on
Are
there.
you shitting me?
What? Wait, what are we talking about?
So on the application when you're doing a background check, they have like, because for my race, I have to check white.
Shut the fuck
But
up.
for
dude.
my, I don't know what it is, like race and whatever the fuck. But I check one that says Caucasian, then I check one that's like, are you Hispanic? It's like, yes, I am. I don't know why. Like, what do you need that there for?
On that note, let's go burn some down and have some grilling. We're way over.
Dude, I'm
been
fucking
fun, man.
super excited to fucking eat some fucking meat.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Let's do it.
This was fun.
I ate that meat. I ate meat like fucking 3 hours ago. Though.
Yeah, we got to shut the fuck up now.
We're gonna do part 2.
Of course, man. Anybody wants to come on, we'll.
I'll come on.
Yeah, dude,
yeah,
I'm definitely
that's
coming
fine.
back.
Free beer. Well, not necessarily free.
Yeah,
'cause
shut up, dude.
I paid for all the meat.
Thanks for getting the joke, dude.